Yeah. Daddy, play a song, bro. Before I put me in.
No, I'm gonna
Play an intro song.
Oh, that was official. I'm gonna
Huh? Look official, you see it? Ooh, that looks saucy. Ooh. Oh no, that looks saucy. That's crazy because I like the jacket more.
Right, wherever my people's why like or hate, but we can feel. Hey.
Exclusive ABLC, you feel me? Shout out to Siege, you ain't here yet, but yeah, we represent for you.
I wear my shield on my sleeve. Saucy? I think
I want my shit on my skin. You gotta stop asking for the judge. I mean, what's the court, but I do because of blood. Especially good person to get it done. The only way to call people to show the love. You gotta stop asking for the judge. I mean, what's the court, but I do because of blood. Especially good person to get it done. Give me something. Creating something. I'm finna come by from you. Making something. Creating something because I'm finna come cop a little club. Tell me what makes sense. Got out now because I'm finna go down. Look that right now ain't clean. That makes you shit. Fire. My sister needed it work and I buy it if it's between someone I know and someone I know. Then it's no need for deciding I'm going for who I know. Why I know they got it. Why I go hey when we can build. Damn, I can now think about that. We should have someone we know that we feel. Damn, I can now think about that. We should have someone we know that we feel. Damn, I can now think about that. I should be able to call on every idiot last one. I'm trying to prayer for my people. Prayer for my people.
Somebody to go.
Yeah, when I'm trying to prayer for my people. Prayer for my people. Hey, when I'm trying to prayer for my people.
There you go.
Hey, hey, say, hey. What if you willing to do for money? Would you go back to what you said? Would you go against what you believe? Do you think there's a power in having greed if you have that power? Then let me see, cause you're the ones that wonder why they ain't gotta see. I put them the rest on the edge of seas. You wanna say keep when the legends speak. Still preacher killers to the death of me. I don't wanna make this kind of bang his legacy. Good pushing issues as a discrepancy. Good workers, that's my specialty. I need the key to cash things while I'm catching Z's. I even wouldn't wanna make a little more extra cheese. Slap that new ABLC and get your vision clean. Challenge your efficiency to make it more interesting. Being sheep, myself, why they not even sleep. That's everything ain't really what it seems. I couldn't have to teach you how to eat it. Good prejudice, I don't compete. You smoke a drink. Do you smoke a drink? I let them get when you flood the scene. Fuck. You out there when you flood the scene. I'm like ass fucking, deep soaking, stand steady, can't inspire no breaking. Been around the block and now the name ringing. Trying to say you know I'm here for chain swinging. Party went smooth, so niggas start gang banging. So fuck this, say my nigga remain dangerous. Music got that good, you know it's all rain. Baby, if it ain't about the money, I don't understand the language. 10 toes, I stay solid to the pavement. Some hug it out, some got castrated. If I'm showing how, why you asking how I make it? Stack a couple thousand, put something in the making. Shorty bought a business, found out she was Jamaican. Since the Raiders moved, we got pirates out in Vegas. Like the politic chop game about Franklin's. Coming from the brain of a king, it's amazing. Please, I don't compete. Smoke the drink. Do you smoke the drink? I just compete with all the when you out in the when you out of sick, this is just a drink, but it really don't sleep. It's a lot of shit that niggas die for. It's a lot of shit that bitches lie for. I just saw a new biz and I can afford. And you never get a poppin' like the life for it. When the diamonds go bling, it's an eyesore. And the pockets too big like a dinosaur. But you want more, and I'm not sorry. You get away with shit the niggas die for. It's gonna take a whole lot to excite me. I'm liable to be a liability. Early morning with the herb, I cup of tea. So the Z says he's a body. It's a body, bag it up, run it up, back it up. Keep the Lisa OZ in my Barbie. Fuck it up, tear it up, bag it up, bag it up. Turn the whole crime scene to the party.
On top of whatever.
That's the new world we're living in where everybody the only producers they gonna be like, oh, that may be good. So sound like
Got my wallet and my keys before I leave. Make sure I have everything I came with and need. When I woke up, something was telling me that depending on the night, it ain't no telling where I'm gonna be. It can be bad, but the other night we was bouncing on me. Boy, the dark skin, petite cutie who be telling me we got to back it out and don't regret a thing. Yeah, it seems I live a wrongful life. I ain't never had
You better be crazy.
Love mama with the shit. She got friends, I got friends too. Yeah, nothing get it in. I want to hold the night. Little baby with the shit. She got friends and I got friends too. I want to hold the night. Little mama with the shit. I got friends too. I was tripping who I left with. I was sipping, wasn't hailing. I'm a wet ass, I can catch me. Small contraceptive. She be cheating with a nigga, I ain't got a fake. Drinking like I'm my five, push it to the man, got my bread looking like a Scooby Doo triple ducky. That's why she wanna neck me and she let me put her face like what happened. I always end up just catching. Depending on how she acting, she gon' benefit, then I'm passing. I'm being some reason, I won't pass her. I mean, at least look better than the last one. Cause we live, but I know ass up. I immediately start dancing. Shit, she got friends, I got friends too. Yeah, nothing get it in. I'm gonna get home tonight. Little baby with the shit. She got friends and I got friends too. Y'all just friends. I'm gonna get home tonight. Little mama with the shit. She got friends and I got friends too. Let's not pretend. What's up now? Baby, what I need. Got some blues to how that sounds. Give me one more again. Pour a shot for them there. You already got it cut in your hands. Pour a shot for that year. Put your cup in that air. Might celebrate another year. How you get home? No idea. Yeah, I'm home tonight. Little mama with the shit. She got friends and I got friends too. Yeah, don't keep me in it. Little baby with the shit. She got friends and I got friends too. Yeah, we all trying to win. I'm home tonight. Little mama with the shit.
I was trying to log in to get the
So let's not
intro song.
Little mama with the shit. She got friends and I got friends too.
It's all good. I was trying to get the intro song. Come on, back.
We've been live for 12 minutes.
For 12 minutes? They've been watching nothing for 12 minutes?
Have
Have y'all been enjoying this nothing for 12 minutes?
Anyways, this is Revamp TV. Welcome to the Revamp Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Lonnie Serious Radio. We talk about ideas, politics, social events, all the way, social issues, all that good shit. Like I said, I'm not going to introduce. I'm going to let my co-hosts introduce themselves real quick. We got some people that's late that's on their way, but we still don't make it happen though. So, that might be Zeno again. Yes. Sis, you want to introduce yourself real quick?
Hey everybody, I am Action Royale, the Jan of the Revamp, the David Ruffin of the Revamp, and host of her show about nothing. Fuck it, that was about it.
That was about it.
Wait, down next with Nick.
I got a topic right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
What is up with niggas and being punctual?
Oh shit. Well, I do feel like time is the concept and every
Hi guys. Guess what it is? The Revamp Podcast. How's everybody doing today? I'm glad I hope everybody's enjoying their weekend. I am AMNGE. All my niggas on E, AP. And guess what? I wear my shit on my sleeve. Yeah.
I gotta get up and turn shit off.
I'll turn it off.
took all that time up to make sure I don't get upset. You gotta tell Alright. I want to phase out. That's what it is.
What does sound like this?
Shit is at least 30 seconds.
Rinse.
Oh my
What's
god.
up, niggas though, man?
Shit,
What's up with that shit, man?
nothing. I just left the grill shop because I went and got
Okay.
my son some grills.
Sized up.
Yeah, so he got sized up.
Teeth?
And he got sized up today, so he don't get it until
Y'all
Saturday.
spoil your kids.
He don't get it until Saturday.
How old is he?
He doesn't-
Oh my god, too young.
How is he too young?
Way too young.
16?
How?
What? You
What?
know how old my parents said I had to be to get my
16,
grill?
nigga.
Probably old enough to buy one.
Damn.
18.
Shit.
Even then, it was just a.
And I still ain't got one. You know how expensive them things was after I turned 18?
I mean, shit.
I wasn't until your mom let you watch rated R movies.
Shit, I was watching rated R movies when I was a kid. My mom explained everything that was going on. I knew what was going on. I knew that they were.
So she only covers your eyes one time. Like,
Yeah, I don't even remember her covering my eyes. I'm sure she did.
I'm gonna send the kid to the room type of nigga with some foul shit. Go, hey, this too old for you, family. You don't need to be watching this shit, bro. Go build Legos or something, bro.
yep, on mama.
You don't need to be there.
Yeah,
You know what's crazy?
I was able to be around grown subject matter. Matter of fact, like shit, some of my family, they would talk around us like we didn't know what was going on. Like,
I do that around other
What
people.
used to make me angry is like when I was young, back when like HBO was on cable TV and like Def Comedy Jam would come on cable TV and they'll send me to the room like, bro, you can't watch this. I used to be hella mad.
my mom used to let us watch Death
See,
Comedy.
I
didn't watch none of that shit.
It was
I
fucked
didn't watch
up.
none of that shit. I was watching only cartoons.
Y'all didn't grow up like listening to like Too Short, 6ix9ine Boys.
My first introduction into hip hop music
Uh-huh.
was when Kanye came out with Jesus Walks.
That's
Really?
just- yeah. That's
Oh
crazy.
well. I
And
was
then
listening-
when he came out with Gold Digger, oh yeah, I was banned from listening to that shit.
Hilarious.
I couldn't be caught dead listening to that.
You know what's hella funny is I didn't get into Bay music until like well in after I got into hip hop. Like Bay music was like probably the last genre of music I was into. Probably no, I would say Bay and probably like the South. 'Cause I didn't get into the South till way later on. So yeah,
shit.
it took me a minute to know Too Short going crazy, bro. I was like, oh, this nigga actually go crazy.
Oh yeah, my mom used to play Too Short for
It
us.
should have taken you a minute. I mean, hearing the shit he was talking about.
We was
yeah.
well aware of what he was talking about.
Oh yeah, y'all were very cool.
Yeah, we used to listen to Do or Die, all of them. You know,
Oh,
I grew up
terrible shit.
listening to all that shit, but I also grew up listening to hella R&B, hella shit. Like my parents just loved music. That's all we.
I listened to nothing but old school and gospel
Me too.
up until Jesus Walks.
I mean, well, that wasn't all I listened to, but I grew up
No, that
listening
was-
to all that.
We got in my mama car. Trinity was playing.
I don't even know what
Mom-
that is.
Exactly.
My mom used to play.
We had gospel spirituals.
My mom used to try to put me on Kurt Franklin when I was growing up.
We used to listen to
Kurt Franklin was too Kurt Franklin was too modern for
Yeah,
my parents.
yeah. I grew up listening
Just to
to
give you a little sense of like where my musical background came from.
my shit was all over. We listened to BB King 1 minute, 69 Boys the next.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just like that now.
69 boys?
But the only
Did
thing
they,
is,
did they really do the 69 though? Like,
On each
you
other?
know what?
On each other?
no.
This nigga's out of
Damn.
funny.
You
But
all-
with my kids, all I play is R&B music. If it is like rap, it's like Tupac or Biggie or something like that. But every once in a while, I'll listen to something else.
You know what's hella funny is like
All my daughter knows like Brandy, Anita Baker.
it's hella ill because like with my kid, I wanted him to have a sense of humor. I wanted him to have like social intelligence, I guess. So I used to do shit like watch Boondocks with that nigga when he was like 3-4 years old. And every joke that they would have on the Boondocks, I'd sit there and break that shit. Bro, you know why that part was funny, nigga? And I'd break that shit down to him. And even to this day, like you can see it, like when we had the Thanksgiving event, that nigga did some funny ass shit that I'm not gonna say on camera, but that nigga did some funny ass fucking shit. That nigga got an ass whooping.
Most hilarious shit in the world.
For real, you do.
Way from Thanksgiving.
Way from Thanksgiving, exactly. That nigga got that coming. But like, I would let him like watch like South Park just to understand like the sense of humor. Some people may not find it funny, but I love how politically accurate they are and like how modern up with the times, how they make fun of shit that's going on right now. So
Yeah.
I always put him up on that type of shit. Even like when it comes to music, put Lil Bro up on Kendrick hella early, put him up on Cole hella early. Like just certain type of artists, like bro, this is why these niggas is dope, bro, because they're very creative in how they sing. It's not what they saying, it's how they sing. That's what makes them dope. So. And all that got explicit content, so that for some reason, like if it's fucking on TV, it's like, bro, you can't watch that.
You can't watch that. That's out.
That's out.
Get
bro.
up out of here. You know, I can get uncomfortable when that shit get on TV, and then it'd be like little kids in the room. Because then it's like, do you kick them out? Mind you, I don't have kids, so I don't have no right to be kicking nobody else's kids out or like.
No, because it's a village.
So I'm sitting there like,
It's a village.
so I'm sitting there like I'm like watching the kids to see what they gonna do when shit like that come on.
Shit, before
They
I
gonna
had
stay if
kids,
don't nobody tell them to leave. They gonna stay there. They gonna stay and try to watch me. They gonna try to be wrong, bro.
yeah, before I was a mama, I was a mama. So I was like, what is this? Where are you going?
Yeah.
Go sit down. No, be quiet. Here goes your food. Shut up.
Here goes
Here
your
goes
food.
your food. Shut up.
So I don't know. I mean, parenting is different. Knowing your kids, like I wouldn't, like my son is different from my daughter. My daughter is more like at her age. When he was her age, he was more like stuck in realism. Like he already understood like certain.
Concepts
At his age. At that age, my daughter is more unicorns and
Yeah.
Santa's real. My son at that age was like Santa's not real. So it's like that's also like a follow up from last episode, knowing your kids.
Yeah, because that's an interesting concept.
You know, this year, when my brother's 19 now, he's going on 20 this year. But when that nigga was like 11, 12, 13, bro, I used to tell that nigga Santa was a pedophile, bro.
But that's literally what he is.
I feel like nigga don't need no milk and cookies out, nigga. Santa gonna come diddle your ass, bro. I used to just watch, just cause like fuck Santa Claus, bro. That's how I was feeling, bro. Like, bro, it was just funny to me, bro. Like that was coming from that dark ass sense of humor. Watching the shit I used to watch.
But it's not even dark. Like literally, at least that's one of the versions of how he came about. They said it was based off of a dude that was real life, bothering the kids, doing shit to kids. So it's like,
well, that's horrible.
just knowing that that's a backstory, I ain't fucking with it.
But there's a backstory to hella shit that like there's versions of hella shit that comes that's like corrupt and corporate, and it's like you hella shit that you fuck with that like
It's hella shit like dying. They say like when you die, you fucking get resurrected.
But I
I
kind of believe that though.
at the end of the day,
That
any
means
backstory
that
is
It's straight blank, like straight the bitch.
Everyone might not reincarnate or something.
most backstories, depending on the perspective, got a negative, you feel me, connotation or aspect to it, got a dark aspect to it. So it's like,
But that's why I don't fuck with like the nursery rhymes. A lot of them is dark as fuck, hella dark, hella morbid.
what do you fuck with then?
And then like Pocahontas, like some of the Disney movies, like their
I
actual
think all of
backstory.
them dark. Yeah.
Pocahontas for sure. Like they romanticized a pedophilic actual true story. Like the girl was not 18, 19. She was like 12.
Okay, so
And he was way older than her. And he was fat. And he was not this dude that they made all fine and shit. Like, no.
so couldn't that be a concept that applies to almost any and all things?
I wouldn't say any and all things. Not everything has an unpure background to it. I wouldn't say everything is corrupt.
Like what, for instance?
But when I come across something that is corrupt and is something that goes against what I personally believe, I'm not fucking with it.
Like what, for instance?
I just gave two examples. For one, Santa Claus and Pocahontas.
No, of stuff that's not like something that's not correct.
Birth. I feel like the actual act of giving birth is not corrupt, but the people that capitalize from it, yes.
I heard that.
But giving birth is different from like a fairy tale story or.
But some people lie about it. When I was a kid, they said that your nipples fall off, your body never goes back, your organs, like they told us all the fucked up shit. Now there is some truth rooted in the stuff, Like, yes, the baby in there accommodate you, like your body shifts and does stuff to accommodate a child. Yes, your nipples do not fall off. They do hurt, yes, but they do not fall off. This was shit that people told us in order to deter us from having sex.
So what if they make a movie about the negative stuff about giving birth or whatnot? Make a movie that's dark about giving birth or something.
Mm-hmm.
With that, then at that point you're like, all right, I don't fuck with giving birth now.
I wouldn't fuck with that version. Like, again, with Pocahontas, I know the truth, so I don't fuck with the version that they put out.
I heard you're supposed to squat when giving birth instead of laying on the hospital bed.
Yep. And on top of that, they take our umbilical cord and all that other stuff, and they do it instantly. Like, you're supposed to stay on, I think they said 30 minutes past. So you're still supposed to be attached to your child, I think, for like 30 minutes. And they take it from us the minute your baby is born and cut it. So it's just kind of like, a lot of the stuff around childbirth is corrupt now, but the actual act is not.
I feel like a lot of stuff in the world, period, is corrupt. And there's many corrupt versions of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that don't mean you do away with the whole idea.
Well, no, I wouldn't say I do it, but with Pocahontas in reverse, like childbirth, is the act is pure, but the people that capitalize is corrupt, right? But in reverse for Pocahontas, the actual story is corrupt, but they try to romanticize it and make it okay for a love story for children. And it's like, that alone, why do children even need to watch that? I mean, if that's, like, if it was that bad, why did y'all even introduce that story?
Walt Disney was a doer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Does manipulate.
Speaking of corrupt, though, what did y'all think about that Capitol Hill shit?
oh, I have a lot of people were again upset at me.
You was trolling.
No, I wasn't even trolling. I wasn't even trolling. My thing was what they did was ridiculous. It had no real point to it. However, they didn't tear up their neighborhoods. So I don't give a fuck what they did at Capitol Hill. As long as they didn't tear up their neighborhood, and that's what we need to be like. Like, we mad, go to who you mad at. Stop tearing up your shit.
Did Trump really tell? Because that's what I heard.
Yes.
I can see it. He really told them niggas to go, like, express their anger and rally up and shit.
He been saying it over and over. Stand back, stand by. It's like little small comments. And he never clears it up. And my thing is, he just, he's like somebody's we're expecting a celebrity to be a president, and he's not. He's a celebrity, so
Celebrities been president.
I mean, but in this instance, he's an actual celebrity. So it's like, when we look at Beyonce, her fans, when we look at Rihanna, her fans, or Megan Thee Stallion's fans, or whoever the fuck else, they fans be off too, and like, they don't never stop them. So I mean, he told them niggas to go home.
Wasn't Reagan a celebrity?
I think Kennedy was.
It's Kennedy.
Yeah, Kennedy, I think, was an actor.
Reagan was an actor.
Reagan was an actor too?
Yeah, Ronald Reagan was an actor.
We had Schwarzenegger, who was an actor.
But you remember how fast people tried to get him out? They did the special elections to get him out.
So, my next question, what type of repercussions do y'all think it happened? Do y'all see, like, any type of new laws or policies that's going to be pushed?
Definitely.
So then that goes back to what I was saying with that, the whole shit being corrupt. Because I'm a conspiracy theorist. I think the shit was staged.
I
think the shit was staged,
Right? Of course, because look at it like
I think it
this.
was staged.
Corona just so happened to hit when you got Uber, DoorDash, Uber Eats, you got Postmates, and the Corona just so happens to hit at the perfect time.
Subway delivering.
Where now
Let's go.
Subway,
Like, man, grab this car, man.
you can be in home and have everything delivered to you. This was something that Ben was playing, like, long term. This is a long term plan going on.
It is. And on top of that, I feel like, which is an unpopular opinion,
I'm crazy right now.
some people are upset about this opinion as well, but I feel like it's not Trump that's behind any of that shit.
No.
So he's getting blamed for a lot of shit that other people are doing. And coronavirus and all that shit.
Shadow government shit?
Huh?
You talking like shadow government shit?
Yes, I feel like
Corona was real life already in plan, because WHO and Bill Gates already had simulations done, I think twice. One was called Event 51, Event 21,
Oh,
where they literally did a simulation with chickens. And that was before Corona, like 2 years before Corona.
And you said Bill Gates?
Mhm.
Mind you, that nigga has been like looking into like impoverished neighborhoods. And I was watching a documentary where this nigga was trying to figure out how to fix the feces issues in one unfortunate neighborhoods. Basically, all the kids and the people in the community, their water was filled with like feces and stuff. So he was trying to figure out a way to fix that whole shit.
literally
So
brown shit.
Yeah, bro, like
Light brown.
they
light
had to
brown
take
shit.
a shit where they drank their water. It was just that bad. It was just that bad.
Horrible stuff.
And he was trying to figure out how to recycle that shit though. That's what was hella funny.
How soon in the future can you even see? Do you think y'all can see like armed soldiers and shit with AKs walking down the streets, making sure niggas stay in the house?
I don't think it's gonna be that far.
I have this weird.
I feel like I feel like that's the ultimate situation, but then that's gonna be in our neighborhoods and white people's neighborhoods where we gonna see shit like that. But I don't think it's gonna get that serious.
I think that's probably because other neighborhoods are more obedient to the rules. They're scared, so they gonna listen to what they see on the TV. Where niggas, we don't give a fuck, bro. We gonna do what we do anyway.
I mean, yes and no. Because a few white neighborhoods, they don't give a fuck. They just do it.
I found it. It's called Event 201. So what they did a couple of months before Corona, right? The WHO organization, John Hopkins, and somebody else did a simulation where they like did a global pandemic on animals, and then they spread it around to see how it was going to go. They also did a simulation for misinformation as a live exercise. March, right before they announced the shutdown, Pompeo was like wearing a live exercise. So it's like for me, the minute I heard that, which I had already kind of figured something was happening because I think in December they was like licking shit and touching shit. That was in December prior to COVID. They was licking shit, licking ice creams. And
the nigga was licking the sandwiches and shit.
Yeah, just hella little weird. We spreading shit.
Yeah.
And then all these people, they can't find them. The face working, you can't figure out where the fuck they at. And me and my coworker Ben was like, something's not right with this. Like, why are they getting caught up? Then all of a sudden, boom, Corona. Then in March, we got to do a shutdown. But they announced it as a live exercise. They never removed that status. So my thing is, a live exercise, if no one is familiar with that, is basically trying out some shit to see how the masses will respond. Exactly. And that's the reason why they keep giving misinformation. So CDC would say something different from WHO. CDC would retract something that they said the day before. They'll then go back with some shit that don't make sense. So they'll tell us, you can go in a restaurant with your mask on, but when you sit down, you can take it off. With the same people that you just was protecting yourself from, or protecting them from yourself, now you can sit right next to them and take a mask off. But when you stand in the line to get your food, you gotta have your mask on. Huh? That don't even make sense.
This shit is all backwards.
I'm gonna just sleep with the mask on.
Mind you,
nigga woke up perfectly on.
Real doctors and shit.
Wave cap
mask and protecting you.
And the thing is, if anyone says that, people get mad. And it's like, bro, first of all,
actual doctors told you this.
No, but actual noses tell you this. If you can sit there and talk to somebody with a mask on, you're standing right next to them, you can smell their breath. The mask ain't working. So you mean to tell me I've been wearing pants, or anybody been wearing pants or underwear or whatever this whole time in our whole life? You done farted and all types of shit, and the motherfucker that's sitting right next to you can smell your fart. But you telling me I can put a mask on and it's gonna protect me from diseases and viruses, but it can't protect me from smelling anything else.
And we ain't gonna talk about
the best farts I like to smell on me is the bodily farts when nobody smells but me. I'm like,
That's
what?
I swear to God, the bodily farts when only you.
What the fuck happened to Jay Remy just this past week? So
one thing about that whole issue.
Somebody else gonna smell that shit, bro.
You know what's weird about that whole Capitol Hill shit is I'm seeing like a lot of politicians. I'm hearing a lot of white people saying like if they was black people, this would have happened.
Okay.
That's kind of weird.
Another theory. The Democrats are good for exciting and inflaming shit.
Yeah. That's what I'm
So
saying.
we just had a whole year of 2020 where we were saying this shit. We've been saying this shit forever, but 2020, right when Biden is running for some shit, he already got a racist backlash for shit he's never apologized for. Actually, Biden has actually doubled down twice on some of his racist statements in the past. So that's one thing. Then all of a sudden he just pops up and now it's, black this, Black Lives Matter, we're gonna do black shit, black. And most of the people that's fighting for the face of black lives is not even us. And they doing hella more weird shit. It's like real life. I've been at the lake a few times and all you see is white and Asian college kids walking around with Black Lives Matter signs. We over here minding our business, Black Lives, chilling. And here they come trying to catch people's eyes. Bitch, ain't nobody worried about y'all weird ass motherfuckers holding shit.
You hear the freaking the new show on Netflix, Andrew Schultz Saves America. That shit is hella funny. He talks about in one of the episodes in a little clip, he talks about basically white saviorism. Where white people are coming and doing shit that ain't nobody asking for.
Right.
Thinking that they're like helping us and they're being, and I'm like, it's ridiculous because I'm in Washington. When I went to Washington with my girl, mind you, out there, if you see a black person out there, you might want to talk to them. That's probably the only black person you're gonna see.
Damn. Well,
so that's how many white people is out there, and it's like I was walking in Washington, but I'm walking down the street.
DC.
State, Washington State. I'm not in DC. I ain't out there, but you walk by the houses and you see Black Lives Matter signs in the windows and shit, and it's like there's barely any black people out here. On top of that, you have all these actors and stuff. They talk about that they being played by the black cartoons being played by white actors, and now they don't want to play them cartoons no more.
There's been white actors who played entire black civilizations.
Right. And now the ones that's doing it now, they saying like, oh, they don't want to do it anymore. They feel bad for it now. It's like, bro, what?
I remember. Did you watch that God of Egypt shit? Oh, bro, no, it's an old movie that it was so bad, like it did so bad because you had all these white actors trying to play ancient Egyptians. It was like, bro, what are you doing? So they had a whole petition before the shit came out, like, what are y'all doing? And then the shit came out anyway, and it didn't make shit. And it's just like, but that was like, to me, that was a big ass statement right there. I was like, bro, niggas really tired of that shit. Like, y'all niggas really do be taking like black roles and shit. Even I watched that like that, I didn't see it, but you know, that Prince of Persia shit, I'm like, where they get Jake such and such from to play that character? I'm like, that shit wild as fuck. But I wanted to go into unless anybody else got something to say, I was going to the next thing you was talking about in the car. Once again, I wish motherfuckers would listen to me because I do be right about shit. This nigga was watching a show on Netflix. What?
Keep going. I want to hear how you bring this up. Go ahead.
No, you was watching the show on Netflix. You just put me on this show called, what's it called? Rose Island? Rose Island.
It's a movie on Netflix called Rose Island. You're doing great so far. Keep going.
Break that movie down, bro. And tell me how it's not exactly what I've been saying.
Oh, hello, booty. I mean, ass. That's ass. That ain't the booty.
Come on, actually sit down. We can have a conversation.
Niggas don't listen to this shit. I be trying to.
Nah, right there, got shiny pants. Nah, you got shiny pants. Right there, got shiny pants. Hey, got shiny pants.
Over here.
Nah, it's in the building.
I knew somebody was gonna talk about my shiny pants.
What? Healthy, bring you.
I am salad and profile. Okay.
You got the Michael Jackson pants, glove pants on.
Oh yeah. I want one. Okay. Yes.
All right, so
I'll take one.
we finna have a conversation. Louis, you in it? You finna come out of the conversation? It's finna get deep.
Hi, Louis. How are you?
Wait,
Hi. I just said hi y'all over there.
All right.
I'm just fucking hanging off.
So now I just came in. So we I was watching Netflix a couple days ago, and I came across this movie called Rose Island. It caught my attention because I thought it was going to be some type of psychological, somebody getting fucked up on the island type of shit. Nobody died on the island. I was disappointed by that. But the movie was not disappointing at all.
Why was it disappointing? Why not? What happened?
Because it touched on the concept that the movie touched on the concept that we here at the Revamp Podcast has discussed a number of times in past episodes.
Who in particular?
In particular, Sin. Sin has brought up the concept.
Yeah, the shiny pants is all the way.
I just want that to be known real quick. Continue, please.
So Sin has brought up this concept numerous of times in previous episodes. If you go look back on the YouTube, you'll be sure to find those. But the movie touches on the concept of starting your own civilization, starting your own state.
I'm with it.
So in the movie Rose Island, based off a true story, this guy, the state, he lived in Italy. Italy might be wrong, but whatever. We're gonna say Italy. He lived in Italy, and he hated the rules and shit. You feel me? He felt like shit was bureaucracy, bullshit. He's an engineer. He had this great idea. Hey, I can make my own state. This idea consisted of him traveling 5 meters, miles, whatever, out into the ocean, into the water, into territorial, international waters, where no state, no country owns these parts of the water. He goes out there and he builds this platform. He initially wanted to build it with sand and land and shit, but he couldn't figure out how to do that. But he builds this platform made of like fucking metal and shit. You know how a platform bridge built in the middle of the water. So he built it like that. It became this like little club thing. You feel me? He had a building on it and everything. You feel me? Where he was able to live on it. So the interesting thing about this movie is the fact that because I was going to tell you all the entire movie. The interesting part about this movie is the fact that he had this idea to create his own state, in which he went to the UN to petition to be acknowledged as his own state. You know, that created conflicts, of course, as you know. So in the car, as I was talking to Sin, before I even told him how the movie ended, I asked him, I was like, what would be your first action or first thing to do in order to create this civilization of your own? You know, away from the U.S. or away from what we know so far. How would you go about creating this? What would be the first thing you would establish?
I'm gonna let him, yeah. What you asking in particular?
Nah.
Oh, you saw me thinking.
You saw me thinking.
I don't know. This is bringing me back to the Killer Mike. Y'all seen the documentary with Killer Mike?
I
think it's on Netflix too.
It is on Netflix.
You know what I'm talking about?
I scrolled past
and then they tried to so they attempted this, and he bought like a big ass like plot of land, and so people were like fighting, arguing and shit. They were trying to establish like who would be the leader, and then once they did that, it was more like like how are we gonna run things like. So I think if that were me, the first thing that I would establish would be a set rule of like law. I mean, a set of laws. I think I would. Yeah, I think I would set laws first.
You would set laws?
Yes, and let them know, like
what type of laws would you set?
I'm laughing. I'm doing that because my thoughts real petty.
Like if you go out right now,
What do you think my first love would be?
what do you think? No fuck niggas.
I was just gonna say that.
No fuck niggas and no white
This will be a non-colonizer establishment. You're kind of not welcome.
So they can't come to visit your
No,
state.
because I feel like we should not mix with other races.
So would they be in prison if they came?
Yes, the fuck they would. They wouldn't even be in prison. You will be killed should you cross this line.
Oh.
Like your life is over. I don't give a fuck. You can't come over here. We don't need your help. We don't need your resources. We don't need none of that. Just don't come here
Okay.
at all. Stay the fuck over there. Keep your hepatitis, motherfucking measles, mumps, rubella, fucking herpes. Keep that shit over there.
No white people
It's one of the topics right here.
in nice civilization. In nice state, you will be
How many days
executed
is
on
it?
spot if you are white.
What's today's date?
10 more days.
I have 10 days until my birthday. I'm just 10 days.
Oh my god. No, he needs the birthday for
It's for a specific reason.
Oh,
Anybody else?
That's it.
Action. What would you?
Some Capricorn.
If you were to start your own civilization, if you were to go out now with your following of however many people to start your own state, civilization, whatever, on your own land away from the United States, what would be the first thing you would establish?
we need to establish bitch ass niggas in the crowd. Remove them because they're going to bring in people that have always caused us strife and issues. And, so I'm gonna remove the those niggas, the ones that's gonna fight us to the death instead of understanding where we coming from because you fucking up the mission with that. Go on.
Okay.
If you gotta fight me for why I'm staying at, don't go.
Let it fight you for where you're staying at?
I mean, no. If you gotta fight me for why that's my reasoning, you can't come. So that would be my first rule. Remove anybody that's going to go against.
So anybody that don't agree with action.
On that one, yes. On that rule, yes. Yes.
That sounds like as a global whole, like
It will be a dictatorship for part one. For rule one,
that's
yes.
what it sounds like.
It will.
That
Rule
don't
one
even sound like a
alone.
rule, that just sounds like what it will be.
No, it's definitely a rule. So,
Rule one is action is the dictator.
yes.
God.
Action is the dictator and will.
So the first thing she would establish in her own civilization is rules, and the first rule would be action is the dictator. You listen to action.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
That makes all the sense.
That's it.
Makes hella sense. Oh.
I would ask you.
Oh, I did my chart. I'm actually the
Hey,
person
you
on
know
this,
the topic.
what is that? Primarily Leo.
Yes.
That's cool. Can we finish this topic?
Is that accurate towards you?
Yes.
It's in. Can we finish this topic?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
On one.
I appreciate it.
Continue.
I just did that.
Who's on?
Louis, if you were to start your own state civilization, separate from everyone else, separate from every state, what would be the first thing you would establish?
I'd probably establish poetry. I'd probably establish
I said the first thing.
agriculture. Then I'll establish the defense military. Really just like a defense mechanism, like defense. I'll focus on defense, and then I'll focus on.
I said the first thing, Louis. I don't want your whole list. I don't want their plan. I just said the first thing. Why can't you do one thing?
How do you hold that microphone?
Because I'm speaking into the mic, bro.
I'm my old wife on one day.
Agriculture.
The first thing you would establish is agriculture. Because you need to eat. Well, expound on the agriculture. Why would you establish agriculture first?
Well, when you have brought up the places inside the middle of the ocean, so obviously you're not talking about that.
Well, when he built this thing in the middle of the ocean, there's no land, so it's just a metal platform,
So that's how.
and it's about as big as this entire build, you feel me, space. Okay.
What's the first thing you would do, AP?
You're asking me?
Yes, sir.
I want to answer last,
Okay.
to be honest with you.
All right.
Because I want to answer, and then, because my answer is based off the movie. So if you've seen the movie, then you know where I'm going with it. What would be the first thing you establish, Steve?
And we already discussed it in the cars, the military. You know, some type of protection. So that's gonna be the first thing you're gonna need.
Well, that's why I was going to ask you last as well. But yes, military. If you've seen the movie, if you're going to start your own civilization, you're going to become your own state, which is possible. So the whole concept that Sin was talking about, it is possible. It can be done. But you need a military. And you're going to need one to fight against the biggest military.
I'm gonna need the military.
Yes, because
If you think about Black Wall Street, you know how they got bombed. You feel me? Niggas don't have a military at all. So anytime we do come up, motherfuckers, get bombed.
we always say we got to establish rules. We got to figure this out. We got to, you feel me? We got to. But at the end of the day, we need a military because, yo, you trying to start your own civilization, as we know, it's gonna cause conflict. But to the point where they're like, fuck it, we finna bomb your shit, you are like a threat. Like I said in the movie, bro, the dude just had a metal platform about as big as this entire room here. The platform was big as this entire room. And they bombed it. Sent ships after this week. So yeah, if you're gonna start your own civilization, establish a military first. Be prepared to go against nukes.
So his number one almost like my number one.
Who?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Not at all.
Because if
No, yours is listen. Yours is
No.
the first thing you would establish is rules,
No.
and the first rule is listen to action.
No,
That's
said
not prepared.
remove the people that's gonna argue as to why we don't need certain people in that's gonna threaten
That-
what the fuck we trying to do.
How
Remove
you
them.
gonna remove the entire United States?
No, I'm removing
Nah,
the
that's
people
right,
that's
that's
still
what I'm
stuck
saying.
in America mentally. That's gonna tell us, hey, there's not that bad. Just let some of them in. No.
What? You gotta watch the movie. Actually,
Not since that rape.
That nigga said it in the mouth, like, you know what, Louis?
if you raped a bitch,
Fuck bull, nigga.
No, he paid that grown woman a racist child and it's death.
Yeah, that's gross.
so for sure that's not the topic.
No, see, Louis is
That's
Louis
for
fault.
sure not the topic.
Louis fault.
The topic right now, shit. Fuck it.
They want to get this wrong. You know this wrong. Alright.
Oh,
Try to tell, bro.
C didn't introduce himself.
For sure. So the topic is
Everybody.
Who else trying to hit that?
if you start your own civilization, start a military. Y'all go ahead.
If I start my own civilization military, all right. I would try to get somehow, some way, the science and the expressions of nanobites and melanin together. And I have melanated nanobites.
Oh.
And I will, build my own universe with melanated nanobites.
Like symbiotes?
Yeah.
This is for one of my
To a point where it could be straight a biological threat. Like I release my toxin of melanated nanobites, and everybody becomes genuine.
All right.
I like how you came off the cuff with that though. That's awesome, bro.
I'm the best freestyler here. I'm the best improver here as well.
You're the distraction killer.
Do me first. So you write your birthday down real quick. Write your birthday.
No, that was
Sin, why
It's
didn't
a topic for the show.
Sin, I got a topic now. Why didn't you do that in the group chat, bro?
You know what? You're right.
Why are you doing that in the middle of topics right now?
Get me! In the middle of your topics at that.
That is real shitty.
Okay.
Because, like you doing that caused a whole domino effect of distractions to happen.
I have a topic.
I ain't gonna stand as a man, AP.
I have a topic. Why AP still ain't made my jacket?
Oh, right up. He making all these jackets. What?
So he had the time.
I wear my heart.
I need
I wear
a little time for show. Like,
Where
we
my-
got to go ahead.
my shield on my
You're the
sleeve.
only one that me.
So he had the time to make my jacket.
Yeah,
He
you
just
know.
didn't.
He did.
pretty fucked
He
up.
really did.
Oh, he did.
No, he did have time.
Let me see the shirt, bro. Let me see.
They pretty
You
women.
look like bricks, bro. Gold bricks.
You see me? Yeah, you know.
Oh, we still on you?
Where mine go?
No, we on to the next topic now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's been 30?
It's been
Oh,
55.
were we
Yeah.
on my 30 minutes? So that was good.
No, ain't nobody started their 30 yet.
Oh, that's
Oh, well, shit. Okay.
Hell no.
We can get to the main topic. We can get to the main topics now.
One of y'all did one of y'all 30s. I'm just letting y'all know right now.
Nigga, you came in 30 minutes late.
Yeah, we started at 7:30. I came at
All
started
right,
at 7
that's what I'm saying, nigga. That's why you don't run the show. 'Cause you don't know what time the show starts.
You started at 7. It starts at 7:30.
For sure, family. It's on you. It's on you. It's on you, actually.
Oh, my topic?
I thought you said you had a topic. Oh, you did. You was talking like shit.
Oh, no, I do have topics. Is it my, I mean, if it's my
Yes.
turn, we can go.
Your 30 minutes has started.
All right. So my topics are about appearance and how people are treated based on it. So my first topic was about like your thoughts on cosmetic surgery and why certain body parts are okay and others have a stigma behind it. Like, what are your thoughts, or do you hold a stigma behind certain body parts being surgeried cosmetically? Like, do you personally hold a bias, or do you see why people might hold a bias?
I love the fact that the term cosmetically is used.
Cosmetic means it's not.
I know. That's why I would like that was used. In case they don't know, you could explain it though.
Yeah, because to me, I mean, well, not to me, but definition-wise, is basically surgeries that's done by a personal elective is not because of a medical issue, dental issue, anything like that. So you're just doing it because you want to do it. Cosmetic surgery can range from getting a butt lift to getting braces. I mean, getting teeth removed and surgically implanted new ones. So that's cosmetic surgery as well. Both hold a different type of stigma though.
Shit,
Or
get
do
a
you
new
feel
face.
like it does? Wait, what you say?
Shit, getting a new face.
I mean, yeah, anything. So, like, because some people say, oh, she just don't love herself because she got her nose done. But then they'll say someone that, I don't know, when it got veneers. Then no one says, oh, you got your teeth done because you don't love yourself.
It's interesting because people of that world, they consider it body modification. Like it's
Some people do.
well, yeah, because it's an actual world out there of people who like look at it as an art.
It's weird as fuck, and that's why
Right.
they end up looking like
Because like for us,
I seen the weekend.
No, I heard about it.
Oh, you got the red hair.
and that's one of the things. It's like, all right, it
The
could be.
weekend got the
Is it done for like out of self pity? Was it done out of self hate, or is it really an art form? Like, is it something that you really see as something artistic? Like,
Yeah.
I think that, I mean, can I go?
yeah, go ahead.
I think that when you say, is it from self-pity, I think a lot of times, and this is coming from a woman, who, I'm a whole ass woman.
She had to confirm.
All women now. Trust me.
I got
He said you are all women now, trust me. Oh, shit.
Oh, y'all follow my.
Yeah, what's wrong
Never
with
mind. Oh, you're supposed to follow
I
my.
can't even get a
No.
nice shot of topic.
So anyway, when you said is it from self-pity, I do believe that sometimes it is. Other times, and this is for me just knowing people that have done it, they do it because of the pressure of what they see online. So a lot of times, I'm not gonna say self pity. I'll say more of like I'm gonna say self hate. A lot of people look at the bodies of, like, I'm gonna say Kim Kardashian, for example. It's a lot of people that idolize her and her look overall, and it's like, why would you want hella ass on two little ass legs? Like, it don't look right.
That used to be me
But
when I was a kid.
but
Hella
you're
weird.
more with it. But it's like there are people,
Motherfucking bitch look like cute.
You already know.
right,
It's
and
like
there,
all
but
that
then,
shit.
but then again, it's like when you bring up the veneers and the butt lifts and that kind of shit. I think some people look at things and then it makes them question their self, and then they want to change shit. Like there are men that get their dicks
Enlarged.
yeah, enlarged,
Whoa.
extended. But then there are also women. But then there are women that are getting full. They're getting their whole pussy
Their pussy
done.
is. Yep.
I didn't
So
even know
like you got pastrami pussy, they gonna cut that off
Yep,
and they gonna fix that.
Mhm.
They gonna tummy tuck the puss?
Yes, like they literally will go in
They
and do
can
that. So
make it more.
I think it all boils down to confidence and how confident you are with your God given body. You know what I mean? Like everybody is not okay with the way that they were born. So I don't think a lot of times it's self pity. I think a lot of times it's pressure to look a certain way. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how we got the Instagram people, and it's like, it's even for men. There are men on Instagram that look a certain way. There are women that look a certain way. So I think this generation is just everybody wants to look like a fucking cat.
Bro, tell me that normal shit.
Yes, they get the fillers in their cheeks and it make them
Yeah, I don't
look like that, and then
That's what the
The
weekend got.
weekend got the low-key mask on.
I gotta look on his face.
well, I know he's had the thing on his face, but I thought it was like some publicity shit.
Like, do you feel like you hold bias towards people
I do.
that get
I
things
do.
done, or do you see where other people, like, why they may hold a bias towards certain bodies? Bodies.
I
It
do.
depends. Like if you're talking about just somebody I'm observing, like a stranger, like that's their business. I don't give a fuck what you do. But if it's like somebody in my family who was like, bro, I'm thinking about doing this, it's like, nah, I don't do that shit.
Okay, so what about people? What if it's never mind?
Like, what if somebody,
No.
like, do you feel like cosmetic surgery, regardless of body part, there is a problem behind why you're getting it done, or you would hold a bias towards somebody getting it done, or do you feel like, if it's breast because it's sagging, I understand.
I feel like
If it's breast because you
mine,
want to be a stripper,
I feel like it's just you don't accept yourself at the end of the day. You know,
AP.
that's what it is.
You don't accept yourself?
You don't
I
accept
accept
yourself.
myself, but I want a mommy makeover. Them kids
Right.
fuck me up.
So I think the other day,
yeah.
What's up?
AP.
You can get mad though. Would you have a bias if a guy had his part enlarged and took your female?
Oh shit.
Would I have a bias? Would I be
Like,
upset with that nigga?
With just having that process now being that process is being able to be done.
I want to see what it looks
Whoa.
like.
All right.
Let me get my
Let me find out.
So I'm going to travel down. I'm going to travel into this world with you
We probably getting dick fish these days.
and put myself in a position where my girl would be taken by something so shallow.
Right.
So let's say my girl is vulnerable to like something so shallow.
Right.
I would definitely be highly intrigued. The fact that you got like, the fuck you mean you got that shit enlarged? Like,
So it becomes just
like did you get another penis?
Would
Like,
you
so
want to do it and be like, hold on, babe, I got it too.
you know what?
Yeah.
I would just go find. I would just go find another shallow female.
I tell you what I think is more down here.
Oh my God,
When it comes to that, he knew dark energy.
At that point,
they take it and they stretch it out.
I can't be mad because that nigga really Captain America me.
because honestly, I say that to say that's how I see women having certain bias about it, right?
Huh.
Now women can get their breasts enlarged and boobs and ass and shit, and you got 80 to 90% of men more intrigued by that type of body and not intrigued
Right.
by the natural. So now you got these men saying, okay, nah, you don't even look right. Like, you get what I'm saying? And now focusing on that. Now you got women saying, these niggas don't want me because I don't have that. What? Like, fuck that. You get what I'm saying?
Then
I'll tell a nigga.
you got the women that think like, all right, I need to go do this now because this is
The trend, and this is what's gonna get me what I need in life, which is a husband.
So at the end of the day, what you saying is everybody is shallow.
no. At the
Yes. At the end of the day,
no.
everybody's fucking shallow.
That's true. No, at the end of the day, people are fickle. It is.
Not that they fickle. Everybody
People
likes
are-
the same person. Everybody wants to be
are
the same
fickle.
person.
Thank you, Louis.
Everybody wants to be the same person. Everybody likes the same person.
Oh, he got everybody for you.
Bruh, that,
Sorry.
that just ruined my whole day.
The fact that trends change so fast, it's like people don't have value in things anymore. So
Hey, y'all jacket free.
that's an interesting concept.
That's good.
Damn, Sam, what would you do?
Nerds just make you think, though. They make you think too.
If nigga come with a penis enlargement, come take your bitch.
I mean,
It could be any side. If a nigga comes
Opinion
to my
line or
bitch,
something.
it's a problem.
Nah,
Bitch.
this one,
Hold on, it
this
wasn't
one
more
had
so
a
that
small
dick
dick,
that was
and when it got surgery, this one when it got Captain America.
Listen, how would you feel if a small dick nigga took your bitch? You talking about a nigga who got a plastic surgery? What you talking about, bro? You won't feel perfect. If a nigga with a small dick,
No,
not your bitch,
because if a
what is
nigga,
you talking about? Nigga, you gonna be hot.
if a nigga with a small dick do it, then you know it's either something way more to that nigga that he got that you don't have, or like either that nigga is funny as shit, or
This nigga tripping, bro.
or you could just rely on the old dumbass sarcastic guy. You're a sarcastic guy, nigga. You could just small. You could just rely on the old school saying, it ain't the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean.
You know what? Honestly, I'm a low key agree with that because the size of the boat sometimes, if it's too big, it's not okay.
So you could just say that nigga got more waves than
It's
you
not
do.
okay for anal.
That is horrible.
Yeah, it's not okay for that.
Yeah, because that other side is okay.
Like, why would you even try?
The small dick is okay for anal?
Yes. Yeah.
Y'all hilarious.
I know a couple of people.
So if she got a small dick nigga, most likely she like anal sex.
No,
No,
it's
it's not that either.
But we don't tolerate it better.
Yeah,
if
it's easier.
smaller.
You don't have to whoa there.
Because when it's big, you be over there like, wait.
So
Yeah,
niggas
like,
That's crazy.
because you gotta real life relax. You gotta real life be like, okay, putting it there.
I'm sorry, mama.
When it's a little dick, it feels like they put their thumb in your ass or their fingers.
Let's get
That dick that little, it feels like a thumb.
Sometimes, Louis, goddamn.
Let's get back to the topic. Let's get back to the
Cause
topic.
thumbs feel
Nigga, that
good.
is
Even
disrespectful
two
as
fingers
fuck.
feel good. 2 fingers, yo.
He might as well use his tongue. Why would he? He said a thumb.
Let's
Who
get
wants the thumb? I mean, the tongue is hella aggravating because it's probably about this
No,
much
I'm not.
thumb
I'm
on your
saying
ass.
you said the thumb, right?
But so we finna get back to this topic though. We finna get back to the
I'm
dropper.
an anal person. I didn't
Fuck.
know.
I heard the fuck out of that.
See, how do you feel about females who get body modification?
Like fake titties and fake ass.
You must got an incredible
Fake titties, fake ass, fake nose, fake
Wait,
face.
I've been
Not even just females, but people, period.
got one goddamn
Females, males, animals,
complicated.
superhuman beings.
But it depends on her personality. Unless that got cosmetically put in her head.
Possibly.
Yeah, most of these girls now they be like,
Act like every bitch on IG. What's that girl name?
I need this, I need that. I'm
Period.
starting my rent the first 15.
Period.
Possibly.
I say period every day.
Not
period.
you. I'm just
So we know you do.
We're like, what
It's
you
so blah
making?
blah for me.
Crab legs and Alfredo.
Blah 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 for me.
It's
It's the shiny pecs for me.
Blah blah blah
That
for
song that
me.
he just made is still in my head. Like I'm literally hearing this while we're
I
talking.
didn't make that song. Mike.
Got shot piss.
Show Mike have some respect.
It's like in my head while we're talking.
That's crazy. But since we're on this body surgery thing, what you're talking about, I just wish that people would really start surgerizing their goddamn feet. That would be, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like,
Whoa!
That is a thing. People do.
I haven't seen it.
I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it.
I've seen people get their ass done and left their feet alone. I was like, dude, that was like, you should have
They do the ass and they forget
I mean, the
everything.
ass is 15,000.
They let the feet alone. Bitch, go get your toes surgically done, bitch.
The side of your foot.
Yeah, some people are born with extra
The side of your
toes.
foot. The side of your foot. That's
Some
a big
people
here.
are born with
I'm
extra
talking about
toes.
the size. They need to get that surgically removed.
No, that's just all they did is a pumpkin scrub and some
They need a
cocoa
cheese
butter.
grater. They got electric
I'm
cheese
looking at topic. I'm
grater.
going.
They need an electric cheese grater, man. They're like,
We talking
How
about
fucked up your feet gotta be?
Boy, you right here at home over here talking. I need that electric.
It feels like it's so ashy in these surgeries. That's fucked up. Because when he first said foot surgery, I'm thinking he's talking about bunion removal.
like hammer
He's
toe.
talking about the side of the feet. Girl, whoever you are, fix that shit, please.
It's the nail shop downtown.
No, even with the ones that's closed, bitch, we got Amazon. You can get the little foot spot things. I got mine for $39. It got the aromatherapy. You can put the stones up in there and fragrance. And all you gotta do is get the little foot scrub shit. They got it for cheap at DD's for one. If you look on that little side, they always got the little foot spot shit with the little foot scrub. Or you can make it at home with brown sugar. You feel me? You can do a whole little foot scrub on your feet. It's also good. Well, not that one. Never mind. But
Hey,
you can do all this shit at the shop.
Did you know what it is?
It's
You looking like you didn't know. Bro, that nigga is stuck. He's like,
hold on, you can do that.
like my bro, he literally going, bro. He's like
they
this,
got literally
like.
all the stuff. They got the drills. They got the filer, the
They have
electric
the drill on
filers.
Amazon for
So all the
$16.
people that's like, well, you know, I don't have all the stuff. Bitch, they real life got the whole thing.
On Amazon.
Like you can learn how to do your feet in like 5 minutes, literally.
We
And
got all
I've been
the
doing
stuff.
that shit for what, like forever.
Yeah.
We know what Christmas gifts to be getting bitches next Christmas.
Yeah.
Getting the DIY mani pedi.
You can put together a whole foot spot thing, like to make it feel like you at another little foot spot. Like, you got all that
Yes, they got the little gel that they rub on your legs.
All that.
All that shit on
All
Amazon.
that. And I swear to God, if dudes actually put effort into a Christmas gift like that or a birthday gift like that, she wouldn't even know. That shit just hella dope. You put a whole pedicure set together.
We
for me.
know. Hey,
Right.
that's lit. Hey, watch.
Whole pedicure set together.
Eggs,
If y'all need the
that
stuff,
bunion,
let me know because
$20.
I'll find it.
Straight up.
Yeah, so hit Action Royale if you need cheap ways to do nice gifts for your girl, and she wouldn't even know. She wouldn't even know. Promise.
Even if her pussy stank, we
Whoa.
can make a yoni scrub.
Oh, yep, and I got yoni oil.
Yes.
What?
Shameless.
They know what I'm talking about. Okay, so
That's what we selling? Pussy scrub?
He don't even know what's in here, bro. He don't even know what product it's Hold on. What? This is what we do here?
That skin as well.
That nigga done bought a company. He don't even know what's going on.
I could add all types of shit over there.
Oh, we sell children?
So
Go straight to
Shout out Wayfair.
I am done with y'all.
Alright, we're not gonna
Yeah, shout out Wayfair.
straight to that.
It's
I have
another
another
topic.
topic.
It's another topic.
So it's still on the premise of bias and appearance. The next question is: have you ever caught yourself holding a bias on someone based on their appearance?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Because it's easy for us to say someone didn't do X, Y, and Z
Yes.
because I
have.
But have you ever caught yourself holding a certain bias towards someone based
Yes,
on
I
how they
have.
look? You want to talk about it first?
Not go first.
Okay.
I have caught myself. Wait, but this is surgery related or just in general?
Okay. Based on their appearance.
I have caught myself wondering how people allow themselves to get to a certain size. Like, I was watching My 600-Pound Life, and I was hella judging that man, like out loud in front of because he was laying in a bed with a rope and a bucket ordering fucking Chinese food because he couldn't get out the bed. So he put a fucking rope on a bucket, okay? It might have been a chitlin bucket because it was raining. And he tied the motherfucking rope on the chitlin bucket and had the delivery people call his fat ass when they got downstairs. He put the fucking money in the bucket, dropped that shit down. They dropped the food in the bucket and he pulled that shit.
I kind of want to tie a nigga up and leave him somewhere like that where you only get your food.
But you know he still gotta eat though.
So I try. I get that. But then I also judge their family members that contribute to the shit for cooking them fucking 8 egg omelets, ordering them whole fucking pieces for them to eat. So it's like I judge everybody involved. Yes. Have y'all ever watched that shit? The lady was at the refrigerator holding her head back. Yes, squirting hella fucking whipped cream in her mouth. Do y'all be watching that? Do y'all ever see that? Y'all should watch that, like seriously, and I judge the family members. Yes, for enabling them to do so. Because if you love somebody, you wouldn't let them get that big. Like you just wouldn't. So I do. And I know there's medical issues and whatever, but at the end of the day, if I see a bitch tossing back a full 10-piece chicken meal by herself, you're just fucking fat. That's not a medical issue. You're just fat.
I've seen skinny people do it too.
I've been friends with this lady for over 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we've worked at several places together. Been friends with this lady for over 10 years, and she always has eaten more than I have. That don't mean shit. You're greedy. And if you know that it's going to cause you any type of health issues, then you should slow the fuck down.
Actually, you greedy as fuck.
Because I gained 20 pounds over quarantine, and my fat ass was eating broccoli before I got
You didn't answer that right.
No, I was responding, I do to her. And then I responded to him, I am.
You are what? Greedy?
I do eat more than you.
Yeah.
I am greedy.
She does. And people used to call her skinny, too skinny all the time, but she has always been able to eat.
I let a lot of big hoes breathe and live off of them fucking with me while I'm eating minding my goddamn business. And they'll walk up to me and be like, you need to eat. Or people shaped like a boy. You know, like kind of like how you built. Bitch. And now I got 2 kids.
She said kind of like how you built.
And then I used to be like, okay, and if I said something back to you, because you are on a diet, right? Nah, bitch, let's talk about it. Then they want to walk away all with you. Girl, you too sensitive. No. Let's talk about the sensitive spot, your weak stomach muscles. Let's talk about that.
Diet.
I used to be like, bitch, I'm gonna let you breathe real quick, but stop talking to me. The fuck?
So I do. I judge people.
So it's not just us against Jen. The world is against Jen.
The universe.
The universe is against Jen, bro.
No, it's just the weird people. In the Revamp guys. It's like they all just was like, you know what, the Revamp guys fuck with her, so maybe we can too.
Ooh, really? They say that?
Yeah.
Off screen?
Yeah.
Off screen.
That's hella funny.
That's crazy.
That's hella funny.
I don't.
Hey, y'all can't be messing with action.
Nothing works like promotion. I love it.
Only we mess with action.
It's all about how you conduct yourself, though. No, that's what I always.
Electricity.
That's how I feel. It's not really about your appearance, because you know, behind some of these, you know, these appearances, nigga, you need some enlightening motherfuckers. You feel me?
Electricity.
You need some enlightening motherfuckers. So it's all
appearance
about
doesn't
how you
matter in attraction?
Oh, was that the question?
No, it's part of
Where we at?
like
Where we at?
I didn't know it was. She was talking about attraction.
No.
She was talking about people based on
it's
appearance.
basically about bias. So my thing is like bias isn't necessarily a negative thing. It can always be good too. Like there's people that say, "Oh, your head big, you probably smart," or
oh my goodness.
Or I see you standing there with children. You're a black woman that's this age group. This must be your kids. Only to find out that's her niece. She has no children. Like people hold a bias. Like I've had people walk up to me before when it was just me and my son because he's biracial. So they would come up, oh, I bet you and your husband have a wonderful time with him. Da da da. You know, he's just so mannerable. He's da 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 da. Oh, I know your husband just da 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 because it's apparent that I don't. This is how I've always taken it. Why? Because but once I had my daughter, now they assume he's not my child And then, now, no one mentions a husband or anything when I'm in the store. But when I used to be with my son, dad, I didn't used to we weren't married, engaged, or nothing. I didn't have no ring on me.
Fuck all that.
And they'll be like, your husband.
Yeah.
But I was real life with my daughter's dad with a ring, and niggas was still, or women, or anybody in the store talking to me about what I need to do as a parent if it's hot outside and I didn't put on a sweater. Now all of a sudden it's wrap the baby up. This is my child right here. He ain't dead. I know what the fuck to do. Both of these is my kids. And then people also assume based on appearance that I might be a little bit younger than I actually am. So that's another bias that someone may have. Oh, well, normally women of this age would have 2 children. She doesn't look this age. That's bias. Mm-hmm. So it's not necessarily like something harmful. Sometimes it's, based on how she walks, I'm gonna assume she's this or that. Or
if you still believe in the Bigfoot theory, you're lost.
Oh my God.
Well, let me go.
Because I was lost.
Let me go.
Let me go. I was in Vallejo. I was in Vallejo with a female friend. Right? Look, we was chilling, and she gets a certain way when I have certain other female friends, and I bought weed from another female neighbor. I didn't say friend. I said neighbor. Remember that. So then I bought weed from her, right? And before I even told her I got the weed from her, she was like, "This weed good. Who was smoking on it?" She was like, "This weed go crazy." I'm like, "This is dark. This is dope." Right? As soon as the girl came out to serve me the weed, she dressed like a straight thought. She like, "Oh, she dressed like that. I don't know, but the weed some dope."
The weed some dope though. I don't know what she doing, but the weed good there.
So right?
Doesn't sound like a friend.
That remind me of that Friday scene. Go get somebody from that.
Anyway, next thing you know, that's enough when I was kidding. Like, this weed's trash. This shit, hell of weed. I don't understand this shit. That's just last time was some dope. This some bullshit now. So.
And it's the same shit.
That doesn't sound like a friend.
It's the same shit.
That does not sound like a friend.
What are you talking about?
Sounds like she wants to be more than a friend.
More than friends.
Sounds like if you ever actually dated her, she'd be a
Sounds like
real
you
life
want
headed.
to-
You damn females in your insights, bro.
I mean, I'm just saying, that's not a friend.
I don't feel like that.
Oh,
Sucks
take
to
a
be
friend
you,
on her.
friend.
Tell them quit
I
reading
got
between
friends on the other day.
I mean, he the one who threw out the label.
Quit reading between my nigga.
I don't have to. He
Every short
threw out the
friendship.
Let my
label.
nigga read his own book, bro.
He threw out the
Let him read
label.
his own book.
Yeah.
He threw out the label. Sis already presented the
Nah,
problem.
she ain't.
Anyway, but after that lovely story, again, have you ever held bias towards someone based on their opinion?
The weed still was good. She was just like a
But
thought.
have
You wouldn't buy
you?
weed normally from a thought.
So is she a thought?
She probably is.
Okay, so based on how she dressed, she appears to be a thought. So yes, you do hold bias.
Yeah, I would normally buy weed from a thought. Would you? Would you?
I would.
You buy weed from a thought?
So it's not weed, huh?
You said what?
Is she eating pussy?
More than likely she
That would
buy.
be one of my questions.
She buy.
Because if she like the dude weed man, he fucking everybody. He sell weed too. So if she doing it, if she like,
Why can't she just be fucking niggas? Like, why?
because I'm about to leave from her. Anyway,
That's so basic. That's
Can you
so
explain your bias with people?
my bias.
Because I didn't hear anything.
Oh, because we were going around.
Yeah, she's.
I was trying to get her ass.
She's trying to get everybody to.
No, I was trying to get her.
You can't get me because I asked the question based
I
on
know,
the
but I was
fact.
trying to get you.
But
No! No, they get you now!
I was though, but anyway, so look. The thing that I don't I have a bias against is what concerning looks is I don't trust short people with long arms.
What?
oh,
Feel that discussion?
My nigga be walking around measuring people, bro.
That's pretty good.
he be visually measuring people. Like your arms.
No, but
too
I
short.
feel you.
Damn, no pun intended.
I don't trust men with little men. It's creepy.
I was straight shot.
Oh no! Don't look at me. I don't trust men with little men.
I'm just saying, trust me.
Your arms
Niggas
is
I'm
hard.
talking about, bro, who's short with long ass arms. You be like, this.
You're
Why you don't trust the movie?
So your arms is long.
I tagged you in this too.
It's
Thank you.
because Willie
Look
just
at the he just dropped him like, oh shit.
he standing up like, bro.
Look at this. Like,
What the fuck?
my shit is kind of long. My shit is.
Okay, so what is the bias between it?
He said they're deceiving.
Oh my god.
Short niggas with long arms scratch their knees standing straight up. They're deceiving.
Oh,
Maybe we cannot
maybe a
trust
little
you,
hunch.
bro.
I sure can scratch my knees standing.
You know you got a little hunch when you.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Sin,
That's so
Sin gotta
funny.
bend 3 different ways to reach his knees, boy. That nigga be doing hella be. That nigga be
So-
crazy.
Moving on, nigga.
Hella old, bro. You think it's something wrong with this nigga, bro? He be contorting his body, bro, trying to. What the fuck wrong with you over there?
I know for sure I held or whatever bias in certain situations. I know at one point, no, I still do that. Depending on what kind of car somebody drives.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, you're not letting me finish because I'm pretty sure I'm not going in the direction that you're talking about. So based on the type of car someone drives, how banged up it is, things like that, I'm assuming you're not a good driver.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
getting the fuck out your
And you
way.
ain't got no insurance.
I'm getting the fuck out your way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the pairings of certain people.
Yeah.
Like
What
if
if you
it's
just bought
No, that's true.
No. If
Oh,
it's-
Jesus.
if
Hey,
it's,
that is true.
if it's a nigga in a Nissan, I'm automatically going to assume that's your baby mama car.
Period.
Or you live with a bitch and y'all been together off and on, living in the same house for forever.
Period.
I'm staying away from you.
Period.
Because nigga, you
Because
finna
all
be
these
some
baby
shit.
mamas drive
It's
Nissans.
gonna be some shit.
Yep.
I ain't got time.
Hold on, a nigga in a Nissan?
Nigga, Nissan.
Bro, I like Nissan.
I don't give a fuck. Nissan Altimas. Maximas, we can kind of work.
Altimas are the best Nissans.
But Nissan Altima, especially the little round bubble ones, yo, I already know you.
The new ones
I
is
already
sexy.
know you got a baby you conveniently forgot, and you kind of got her pregnant
Whoa.
right when we met each other. You live with her, but it's not like that. Y'all ain't been fucking with each other, I swear, in 2 years with your baby.
That sounds like BMW niggas I know.
And
Watch out, bro.
But I'm gonna automatically assume you've been in a long-term something.
So, hold on. Why you saying that? Is that fucked up? Anytime I see a girl in the corner, I just be thinking that bitch homie.
I mean,
I
whatever.
be like, that's her sugar daddy car.
Whatever. Like I said, that is not that whether it's rational or irrational. That is a bias that I hold. Or if I see like
I'm saying,
if I see an old nigga in a suburban truck, he ain't got no license, no insurance. He bought it from the mechanic. And it probably ain't got no brakes, so I'm getting the fuck out of his way. If I see any girl that's in a fucking those old Toyotas, I'm getting the fuck out of her way. If I see a young bitch in a Volvo, one of them Volvo Touaregs or the other little Volvo, I forgot what it is. It's kind of nice. It kind of looks like a van a little bit. Kind of, it's weird. Anyway, if I see that or a Volkswagen, it's a young bitch. This ain't even her car. She's gonna run into my shit.
That's how I got
And-
T-boned in the West.
Are you serious?
One of my cars I've been holding this bias for quite some time. And for some reason, a bitch totaled one of my cars. She was driving a Volkswagen. It was not hers. And she was very upset that I wouldn't give her my insurance information so she could file first. I don't have time for it. Yeah. Anyway, so I hold biases towards certain shit. That's a light bias. It's kind of irrational, but it's based
Can I
on
piggyback
shit
on
that
that?
I've actually experienced.
On that
So,
experience?
niggas in a Nissan, stay away from him.
Can I piggyback off that experience, what you just said? Because I have a problem. I mean, please don't leave your camera. But I have a problem when I be seeing Mexican women and motherfucking Suburbans and diesel trucks. Like, why are you 4'2" in a truck that you can't, bruh? Sit, bruh.
So this nigga Louis said he don't like for the Latino women to be driving their husband's truck.
So I am going to piggyback on an experience that I've seen a few times. For some reason,
They can't drive.
I promise you in my life, I didn't want to say it, but Mexicans can't drive.
I've seen a few that's ran into people and
Real life.
they will get blown every time.
They hit my girl and ran. I'm like, a Mexican woman. Bitch like 4'8". I'm like, you really gonna run, bitch?
So my thing is, as irrational or rational it is, I will say that my biases are equal opportunity. I have fit some of my biases at some point, so they have all changed. I mean, some are always subject to change. But my shit is equal opportunity. I went from talking about niggas to bitches to Mexicans. Hey.
No, it's actually 30 minutes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, niggas.
She started at 7:53.
Bro, she started at 55. Yo, I ain't gonna go ahead.
Wait, what time is it? Oh, well, then, I mean, I'm done. If I started at 7:55.
I was getting up hella fast.
So who's next?
I got some shit. What you gonna say? You got some shit? You gonna say?
Yeah, I don't know because I'm doing this and I can't see who's.
You got a topic, guys? Well, I got a topic, bro. Hey, so I'm tripping because for some reason, the way my life been working, man, is that I can see things in the future. So what happened was this thing had happened, right? So Dark Flash had got injected with some dark matter, right? Which this dark matter it made him kill the Speed Force.
Anybody?
Is this a new episode of Flash you're talking about?
Right, and Wally couldn't save him! Wally could not save the fucking Speed Force!
But first off,
the Speed Force is dead!
First off,
did you raise him at all?
First off,
the Speed Force is dead!
First off, you're speaking too far ahead of time.
Dude,
you need to come back to the present.
The Speed Force is dead.
You need to come back to the present. You are too far ahead of time.
No, they cannot. Bro, we only right now. Listen, I only use my speed.
You're
That's
not
certain belt. If I use all my speed, it's over.
Louis, you personally have no speed. You're not as Drake. You're the only one who's seen that.
Bro,
no, I actually seen that episode.
I already knew it.
Well, then you niggas need to start a fucking club or something.
I actually seen that.
Nah, you niggas need to start a club or wait till the rest of the world
This is what's gonna happen.
No! What the fuck? Bro, let me tell you how it transitioned into my life. Let me tell you how that scene transitioned to my life when the evil started to take over. Listen, guys, bro. Listen. I went into the casino, y'all.
I'm not.
You hear me? Went into the casino. The evil try to take over. Just like I'm like, but no.
So you ain't definitely with dark matter.
Like something like, did you become a flat man?
Oh, you trying to? Oh, hold on. Wait, don't expect me like that.
I'm trying to start to see, bro. I'm trying to see.
Right, you know, you trying to be funny,
bro.
I am Flash. Dressed up, I'm Flash. G, you know that.
So you've been watching this since you came on.
Why you trying to
What the fuck you hit me for?
I ain't trying to hit you, bro. You can try to
Fuck y'all.
Bro, oh, bro. I'm like, oh.
No, like to.
I kind of want to hit you, but I'm like, you feel me? I'm like a bitch.
Oh, it says you're not
All right, you got 30 minutes, bro. You got to keep going, bro.
So, my question to you guys. Have you guys ever been in a situation where there was a reason for you to let the evil arise? Like you had to. The good would kept sacrificing you.
The evil arise.
Yeah.
The good kept sacrificing you though. Every time the good says, you have to sacrifice your life every time.
Good is about
I ain't getting
sacrifice.
to that point. I'm not like yet. What you talking about?
You don't sacrifice anything?
Yeah, that's not what you said. Sacrifice.
I'm curious
I
as to
sacrifice something that you like. Alright, so look, as in your life, right? You sacrifice what you didn't want that you want to do.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking literally. Okay, for sure.
what did alright.
I'm sorry. I thought you was like me. I sacrificed a lot of times for this world. I'm not doing it again. Fuck you guys.
Before you get into picking who you want to go first, I would like to ask the question: what happened in that casino where you had to let the darkness arise in Louis and become Dark Louis?
Because I thought you slayed darkness.
I did.
But he became Dark Louis. You know that happens when you get too deep into what you do.
No, you don't get too
Like,
deep.
both of you.
I got fucking lazy and I had let my guards down, dog. You know what I'm saying? So thinking that, you all powerful, you all good and stuff. Oh, he can't catch me. He ain't gonna get me. Nigga, I had my guards down so fast, bruh. I'm talking about, nigga. I spent 5 bands, bruh, in 6 hours.
That nigga got possessed with Dark Louis and it blew all his money, boy.
Not all my money. That was just 5 bands of it. I'm saying.
Blew half his riches.
That's not even half, but I'm
half
saying.
that Tesla stock got blown. Dark Louis caused some damage in life.
Dark Louis was laying on his rent.
Right?
He had to pull out some extras.
Dark Louis.
Yeah.
Dark Louis dipped into the savings, bro. Fuck up
That's
shit.
what happened. It was in the savings, nigga. It was 15 in the savings. Fucking. That's a hard work, you know what I'm saying? Because I really had did that. Dude. I just had 5 so far. It's 15 sleep.
Dark Louis knew he wasn't making no money. He just wanted to cause damage.
No, I was making money. I didn't have to. What happened was, I had 2,500 on me, so I was trying to chase that. They're fucking up. Because I had made that money back twice. But I'm thinking in my head because I had lost. And then my stocks hit for 1,500, so I had a stock option that hit for 1,500 the next day, bro. Like, I was so sick because I was literally in a trance, bro. It wasn't my mind thinking, bro, because I would never have did that, bro. So I was like, nigga, when I woke up, I'm like, what the fuck? And then my stocks hit. I'm like, dude, I didn't even have to chase nothing. I could have lost that, and it would have been really finished with my stocks. My stock option.
Dark Louis. So, is there a time point? The question is there a point in time where we had to allow the darkness to arise in us because
for the good.
Oh, for the good.
So, does this come down to a choice that we have to make, or something that like?
Wait,
I'm gonna call on Def. He gonna be dissecting the shit out of my question.
Bro, you feel me? It's the Louis segment. It's what we but in that episode, that shit was lit. So look, let me tell y'all what happened.
No, that's not the question.
But it led into the question.
But it has to. He gives you guys a visual.
You feel me?
Question, bro. Don't make
So
predictions.
look, boom, right? So here in this situation, right? Boom, dark matter is arising, right? But what happened in the Flash thing? This nigga goes, fuck it. But what happened in the Flash segment, right? Boom. This nigga, he can only run. The good can only run for so long, and he would die out eventually. You get what I'm saying? So he only had a certain amount of good matter left. You feel me? Because the dark was taking over. He was trying to run, boom, but he couldn't. You feel me? Boom. So in that situation, it's like bringing it all the way back, right, to the topic.
We're waiting for
Every time, right, that you have to let dark arise for the cause, or has it ever taken over for the cause, right? And I don't think we ever realized it until after the fact, because it's always for the cause. It's always for the moment, right? It's always been a point when we go out, say, all right, I'm gonna have this 200 in my wallet that I'm
Oh shit!
And
That nigga's out the closet, AP! Finally out the closet, I do it! Bruh, and it's 2021.
You feel me?
I didn't get out that closet. I do
There was a time that, you feel me, it was in a situation to where you had some money put up in your wallet, but out drinking, doing, partying, having fun, and not thinking about it, spending extra or doing more, and then going home the next day like, fuck, I could have saved that, or I shouldn't have spent that, or I should have, you know what I mean? Or sometimes you go out, get drunk, get fucked up, and do some shit you shouldn't have did. And get fucking locked up, and now you're just like, oh, what the fuck am I doing in this motherfucker? Like, you feel me? So yeah, it's times where you feel me. The dark will arise, and like you wouldn't really realize it until it's too late. You know what I'm saying? And there's times where like you're consciously aware, like, all right, I'm getting to that point to where okay, I should pull back. I should pull back. That
was me.
That's that good side saying, okay, let me pull back.
That was me yesterday.
But like in Flash, it will wear out. It will wear out. and eventually, you feel me? The dark would arise, like the for the cause. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm down.
Got you, Louis, bro.
And to piggyback off that, so imagine this. As in being the good, right? Doing the righteous thing at all times, you have to sacrifice your life. Everything that you have, everything, your wife, everything, you have to sacrifice it. Now, the dark matter is saying you don't have to sacrifice it, you can still live.
Still sacrificing.
But but what are you sacrificing? You're not sacrificing your life, though, or your family. The good matter says you have to sacrifice your family and you.
Sometimes it'll come to that, though, whether you know it or not. It'll come sometimes. Because anything can happen at any given moment. So at that particular moment when that darkness arises, it'll always it's going to always be a sacrifice. You're always going to make a sacrifice, whether for good or evil. It's going to be a sacrifice made. It's just whether that sacrifice is worth it to you.
So you mean to tell me? Never mind.
No, go ahead.
Spirit told me no.
Spirit told you no.
Yes.
Sacrifice.
No, seriously. They told me not to say it.
So,
You want to go, Sam?
The question was, have you ever had to submit to the dark side for the greater good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think when you got to go negative, it was just, you see, with me, I guess sometimes I let my inner thoughts get the best of me and I act on them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like what AP was saying a couple episodes ago, even if you're tripping, you got to commit. So it's a lot of times, like, I let my thoughts get the best of me and I commit to that shit. Just go crazy.
because when you submit to dark side, you also got to submit to Thanos.
Did you want to go?
Look like.
No?
Oh, I was agreeing with you basically.
You want to say What about you?
I mean, no.
What about you?
Hi.
Yo, what's up? She said hi to me, guys.
No, I was saying hi.
Oh, you said hi to me. Oh, hey. Go ahead.
That makes sense.
Because I think maybe we be on the same wavelength. Something.
Yeah, I've had to use my dark side for the greater good. A lot of people. I can't talk about that on here.
Oh,
But
Is it?
possibly.
oh, man, all right. Let's
Okay.
Let's go somewhere else with it then,
As
guys.
long as it's that, because I noticed it. Go back and watch Malaka.
Oh, so
Well, transitioning from that, guys, has anybody had time to catch the Capitol building being uplifted and uplifted?
Yes.
Did you have time to be here on time?
Oh, AP,
What
you watch
happened to
the
that
news,
time?
my brother.
The time is so
What did you do with the time that we had when we was here early? Yeah.
That's my
If you was here
time.
on time, if you was here on time,
There was never no time when
No.
any of you guys weren't here
white people are
and we did not start until 7:30.
but there was a time when you was talking
You know what I'm
about.
saying? Like niggas be like what the fuck you talking about? There was no time when it was when y'all wasn't here.
But there was a time
Well,
that you was talking about a time that we already talked about. So at this time, you got to pick something else to talk about for your time.
Since he stole my topic, you guys, let's go somewhere
Who
else.
stole your topic?
He stole your topic?
This guy right here.
But he didn't even know about it when I asked him the day when I came.
Hello, whoa.
I was trying to get the
You
words
didn't
out.
elaborate
You know
on
what
it.
I meant.
You didn't even elaborate on.
We here.
Yeah, okay.
He's somewhere else.
I guess so. But
During the time he was supposed to be here on time, he was not on time. So
Oh, okay.
now he's talking about a time that is past time. His time is going to be up if you can figure out what to do with this.
Long as we know.
15 minutes.
Back to the future. Go back. Gotta go back. Gotta go back. Back to the future. You gotta go back.
Since we can't talk about that,
Oh my God.
how do you guys? Oh yeah,
Charges.
I know, but we're good.
I'm sorry.
No, you're all good. We were going to also go into how the Republican Party been feeling over here in the Bay Area, right? So you hear Nancy Pelosi and all these other guys are really
Kill Pelosi.
they're getting all upset. And they're like, "Hey, let's hurry up and please impeach." I thought Biden won, guys. Like you guys don't. I don't understand the reason. I mean, they fool you guys a lot, but I thought Biden won. What do you mean to impeach
A president that is out.
that's out? I thought he didn't win. I thought that doesn't make any sense, right?
It's funny how you don't hear nothing about
I mean, well, the impeachment process was already happening prior. What they're trying to do, probably, because you can impeach them simply, or you can impeach them with the barring of running again.
Yeah, that's what they're
That
trying to
might
do.
be what they're trying to do.
That's exactly
Because he
what
was
they're
already
trying to
going
do.
through the process of impeachment almost the whole presidency.
Right, but he beat them
Well,
the first time. So this
it's
so right
still a
now,
lot of stuff that
well,
was
this
still
right now
under
they're trying to
They're
impeach
trying
him.
to strip him
So
of-
the reason why they're trying to impeach him right now is because when they did a military hit on and so they just hit not Arabia, but they hit Iraq and they hit the Iranian one of the Iranian priests or whatever, and they're trying
Blame
to
Hillary.
and they placed it on Trump. So now
Oh yeah.
so Iraq says, "Hey, Trump, we got a warrant for you," right? So what the U.S. is so shady about how they running this shit is that they hit that nigga on his belt. So now they're gonna use it against him and be like, "Oh, that was his hit." So now they're trying to use that to help impeach him. And so the whole thing is, it doesn't make sense though. Why do you need to impeach him? Because what happened is if they go to war, so what's about to happen in February is that it's already been war threats. Like so Iraq already been tripping on Donald, like, "Hey bro, we about to blow up your Trump shit, dog." What you talking about?
Yo, Trump shit, nigga.
What you talking about? You feel me? So once that happened, guess what? Donald Trump can't. There won't be no president. There'll be only one president because it's in a crisis. Now either or, right? You got two ways that Trump should be president, no matter what, right? They keep programming and insisting on the civil war, right? Republicans against the blue, blacks against the white, conservative against. So they keep projecting this. If there's two wars, no matter what, guess what? President Trump is still in office. So no matter what, it's not looking good, guys.
It's not looking good, guys. It looks like the downfall of the United States civilization.
Yeah.
Every dynasty must have an end.
What does that mean?
Take it how you want to take it.
Huh?
Take it how you want to take it.
Fall.
I just feel like the longer he was in, I started really feeling like
Now what?
he was just like the distraction, the little shiny thing in the corner, because they needed a distraction to do other fucked up shit. And I just feel like even with the protesting that happened at the Capitol, I feel like he was paid. I feel like the only difference between them and the random rioting and looting that was happening during the Black Lives Matter is the funding behind the protesting, because Black Lives Matter definitely had a lot of funded shit that was going on with that. That was a shit show of unorganized bullshit and with no clear message. And I stand by that. No sense whatsoever. I feel like that's the only difference. The reason why they was able to do certain shit was because the people inside was the ones that told them to come.
Straight up, totally.
And they used
Did
Trump.
they
They
get
used
walked
Trump
in there?
saying stupid
They
shit
opened up
because they were already in the
in.
area, I think, for a rally or
Come
something.
on, man. Did they get escorted?
Some of them was let inside.
Bro, the officer had a gun on his hip and ran the other direction.
I guess.
Bro,
But
up the stairs.
He was
bruh.
Secret
He ran
Service.
up the
I
stairs.
know.
Bro, what would you do, you black niggas? Hell, white niggas.
Headshots? Like,
Come on, bro. You about to get the cage, everything.
If it was all white people, let it have been a group had been
He
black
would shot
people,
the shit out the niggas.
bro, we would have been on the lawn, bro. At least 3 of us.
Nah, they would've
Did you see him run up the stairs?
Bro, they would have killed him, bro.
They
They
were going to certain doors asking to be let in.
Headshots.
I feel like
They were like, what threat did he pose?
it literally was just a
Exactly
difference.
You have to use that lethal force with that.
Exactly
I
that.
don't give a fuck.
I think it was just a difference in funding. One was funded by George Soros and other elite what.
Whoa.
Because we have nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. Nothing. So that, and then the other difference was the funding of government. Government funded this one that just happened. So they already knew they were coming. They knew they weren't going to be on too much bullshit. They just going to steal a little bit of shit, pissing Nancy Pelosi's lies and spit on Mitch McConnell's desk. I mean, okay. They weren't going to do too much. All that shit was paid for.
That white man did put that podium on eBay, though.
Yes, he did.
Stupid
Yes,
ass.
he did.
He put a podium on.
Yes, the man that had the podium and he was waving, he put that shit on eBay and got caught.
Only
That is
difference.
stupid. I would have let
That's
that
fun.
sit in my garage forever. Nigga, I got the president's podium.
I'm
Nigga,
like,
you
come
can
here,
test me.
Bruh,
Anytime my kid's in trouble, nigga, I'm in front of that podium, nigga, giving all the lectures, nigga.
You know where this podium came from? You know this world?
Bro,
What a
what?
sacrificial lamp now.
That
I
shit-
just want to know who got the laptops and were they able to see anything. They took documents.
Oh,
They took fucking mail. They took laptops.
if they took
hella shit.
laptops, that's big
And
shit.
people were, somebody took, well, they claimed that the one that
I
was
can't
taken
sell
from
none of
Nancy
that.
Pelosi's office was for presentations, but I'm pretty sure it was some shit on there. They probably wiped it, but them motherfuckers got off with laptops.
They ain't wiped
for
it
sure.
before they got off with it.
I'm sure they did not.
But I'm sure
it's
shit. If,
down in the chambers
if
somewhere.
it's shit that they don't want people to see, it's a lot.
Yeah, that shit gon' automatically go off. No, so you can probably take it off and try to put it on
You ain't
something else.
getting in it. You
Well,
ain't getting in
an
it.
insider
Oh,
told me that
another network is done.
And I'm sure it's a bad
You said
deal.
was arrested. It was a secret takedown. They arrested a lot of Congress. And
Yeah, it was hella police officers in the crowd too, and they were telling the federal officers, "We're doing this for you. We're trying to help you." So, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So,
What you think coming after this?
whoopsie,
Like,
Pure anarchy.
On your part.
What do you think the consequences?
you gotta hit them with it.
for
I-
extreme acts, extremists.
Pure anarchy.
Now
The darkness arrives.
Now they're going to target it, so they're able to target it. I don't think they're going to be able to make bills for it. So now it's going to be able to be, if you have any stands or any balls, and you're going to be looked at as a terrorist.
Yep. I think they've been pushing for that for.
But did y'all catch that one nigga that was standing there? He was like, "I'm just here looking for my stimmy."
Oh, I heard the fuck.
They
out
found
of
his
it.
ass. They found.
He looking for his what?
He was looking for a stimmy, and he was just standing
What's
there
a
with
stimmy?
It's stimulus.
his stimulus.
He called it a stimmy?
What's wrong?
Everybody
That's what
calls it
everybody
stimmy.
calls it.
What's wrong with you?
No.
It's a term in the black culture at the moment, sir.
In the-
I never said that shit. I didn't like it either.
Stimmy.
Where's my
I say stimmy.
Dad, you knew this? Remy, I gotta make sure other black people knew
Yes,
this.
let me just show you how deep I am into this, right? Real quick. As soon as I heard Trump was going to be a president, I stopped paying federal taxes and only pay California taxes. So I don't even get a stimulus check.
Well, I will get one on behalf of you, and I will spend it
I ain't gonna lie. I got
accordingly.
mine.
One of the finest of Amazon pedicure
You heard
products.
this nigga? He got, you ain't got no kids. Where you going?
I mean, mine went in my stock, so good.
Well, mine is getting put in my check every week because I said fuck federal taxes
Well,
for the
then.
last 4 years.
I mean, well, technically, taxes is more of a concept than an actual enforced
Exactly.
law, but that's another topic for another day.
Exactly.
What?
So-
So, you can't talk about this shit right now.
So am I the
Because
only one
I
who
mean,
knew
it
that it
was,
wasn't called the
that would
stimmy?
be running into someone else's segment.
Yes, we're calling
I
it
ain't got
a
10 minutes. It's my
Okay.
shit.
STI.
Okay. So what are you gonna call the people who get stem cells stuff?
What?
Man, shut
It's
the
a
fuck- All right, so my
different
last 10 minutes ain't going out like this, G. So
Right.
look.
Right,
Them
yeah.
stellies.
Them stellies.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Oh.
see what you did there.
All right.
Oh.
I gotta make sure I'm up on the slang now. Man. I gotta be out of touch.
Crafty. His name will forever be mac and cheese.
That nigga is mac and cheese.
Yes.
The mac and cheese was good.
That mac and cheese was good as fuck.
What if he made cornbread?
Then he'll be cornbread and mac and cheese.
Cornbread.
Hold on. So the more stuff he makes, you're just gonna add on to it.
He gonna be
become the
CMC
meal.
right now. The meal.
The
The
meal.
meal.
You are the meal. You're not a snack.
And then he
You
gonna
are the meal.
promote to chef. Just chef.
Just chef.
Yes.
Oh, he ain't that good. He ain't.
Yeah, no.
So my last 10 minutes, I want to see if anybody is
He looks good.
at least of age. Has anybody in the audience ever seen They Live to 1988?
Hold on. You said what movie?
Has anybody in the audience?
Action.
No.
That's disgusting, but hey.
No, it's not.
Hey, so look, excuse me, action. Yeah, thank you. Has anybody in the audience seen They Live?
No.
When you guys get a chance, go watch They Live.
Did you guys watch Utopia?
What platform is it on?
Hulu,
Oh, for real?
I don't have Hulu.
Amazon Prime.
Can I use your Hulu login?
Yeah, Amazon Prime.
Yes. It's on Prime?
Yeah, Amazon Prime.
Okay. All right.
They Live, guys. I'm telling you, it's going to open up. And
I'll watch that if you watch
Look, we still in your segment?
yeah, 1986.
We not?
Yeah, we are. Go ahead. I got 10 minutes. Go ahead.
No, you don't.
You got 5, nigga. You been saying 10
How you
minutes
feel
for 10
about
minutes.
Bitcoin going to 40 mil?
Really?
When it go 40,000, you mean when it goes?
Yeah, 40,000.
Did it go there? Is it going there?
What's the name? I forget who projected it. Somebody projected it being 40 mil within the next 5 years.
Yeah. I want
40 mil?
Yeah, I know it's gonna get to 100,000. Yeah, I mean, I knew it was good. You know, I made couple of good investments earlier this year and last year.
No. How do you feel about it?
I feel
Because y'all know what Bitcoin is.
I don't think it's gonna go that high in the next 40 years.
it is though. I felt good.
Do you know how far it just went in just
6 months. Just since March.
not even March because it was high and big drop. Everything dropped in March. So I'm going back
But March
beyond
is when
March.
I had bought it. By then, I bought
Yeah,
it
but
at 2,000. It was 4,000.
I'm comparing the top of what it was into the top of what it is now. Not March when everything dropped in March.
Oh, you saying where
Before March.
where the highest it got to?
Exactly.
It was like 6 bands.
Exactly. And now what it is, like what that margin within the last 3 years? Come on, bro. From
Well,
6
can I tell you
to
why?
40,000?
So Elon Musk is the richest
Just
man.
imagine if you would have put $100 in that. When just
What's that,
cause.
2,000? You can still do it. Don't let that discourage you. Still put money into it if you guys are able to. 500 should be you guys good.
3 months, man.
What you just say?
I said it doubled in like 3 months, bro.
Bruh, exactly. That's exactly what the fuck we talking about right now.
I watched it.
Oh shit, Steve.
Hi, Dread Shankle.
Bruh, crazy. And they projecting it to be what, like 40 mil in the next 5?
So I'm gonna show you guys why. So Elon Musk is the richest man.
That's so crazy, bro.
So he's the quietest
Oh,
richest
my
man on earth.
Yeah, he ain't the rich man on
Not
earth.
the
He's the richest
richest
man in the nation.
Jeff.
No, he's the
Way
richest
more
man
people
on
richer
earth.
than him.
Jeff Bezos was the first one. Now
In
it's
the
Elon
nation.
Musk. No, it's on earth.
Not on earth.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
Not,
I
nigga.
don't care.
It's all kind of Saudi Arabian princes that got billions and billions of fucking stuff. Man, them niggas got way more money than that.
He's worth 175 billion. G. We not talking fake money right now.
No, it's all real, bro.
Yeah, so a lot
I don't
of
think you in the world, though. In the world, nigga.
Exactly.
I don't think you rich in the world.
Who was the richest man in the world before him? Jeff Bezos.
In the world? I don't think so. I'm looking at the world. I'm about to look it up right now. Give me some time. Shit, nigga.
So the point is that these three investors inside big huge whales inside Bitcoin. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk owns most of it, and then you got another investor. So these are whales, bro, that is putting hundreds of billions of dollars into Bitcoin to drive it up, which is not bad. I'm just telling you who the owners are. So if you guys want to follow the money, you'll follow Tesla. You know what I'm saying? I see that a lot.
Yeah, I'm still looking for an old ass white nigga to buy me a couple shit.
I mean, you can buy it.
Why spend my money when I can spend theirs?
You know
That's
what?
the point, Louis.
Okay,
You know what?
right.
It's the point.
Let that go, Louis. Let that go.
How does Louis know?
Let that go, please. Let that go.
How does Louis
What are
know?
you talking about? You saw you want to elaborate on that? I'm not even tripping.
All right, next topic.
45 seconds, Louis.
45 seconds.
45 seconds, Louis.
Nice guys. So, hey, look.
Just whack, nigga.
Yeah, they're trying to hit on my seconds. All right, so look. I got 45 seconds left. What can I give my people in 45 seconds? All right. Don't be scared. Invest into your future. The little money that you have is not going to grow. So throw it in somewhere where that motherfucker going to grow. And what does that mean? Dude, stop being scared and waiting, thinking that, okay, I'm going to wait on this amount of money for me to start investing into stocks or cryptocurrency. Do not get left behind, guys. This is a transfer of wealth. Don't get left behind.
That's right.
Oh, you can't even see.
All right.
Oh well.
I was almost like my
Big
education.
facts, Lil. Cheese, you wanna go?
Big facts.
On the top?
Yeah. Smile on you.
What's up?
I mean, can you talk about that white diaper on your mouth?
That's from all that shit that be spilling out.
Oh,
Like
God.
Damn.
Okay. One question. Do you believe that you can conduct electricity?
You said what?
We do.
That's when I stopped recording.
He didn't say that. He asked me.
Do we believe what?
We do.
Do you believe that you can conduct electricity?
I can conduct an orchestra.
We do.
Okay.
Our bodies do.
Okay. Tell me how.
What do you think audio engineering is? What do you think waves are?
Okay. Keep going.
It's energy, and it's transferred through a mic to where you can visually see the waves and the energy and the electricity within your body.
So we can visibly see electricity throughout the body.
Of course. What?
With
Come on, see? It's
certain
important.
certain medical equipment allows you to see things like that.
What's that equipment called?
I don't know. So
It's
is
like
there a
an
reason
audio
why we're
engineer
going here?
has a mixing
Like, what's the
board.
backstory?
I'm pretty sure that doctor has a mixing board or a utensil
Ooh.
to see what he needs.
Go
to
hit him
see.
with the facts, damn.
What's going on in your body.
He didn't what it was. He didn't actually say what it was.
And EKG, that's looking at they're monitoring the actual, response of your heart. So that's a measurement of electricity,
Right.
and they just put leads on you. They're on a piece of paper or a computer screen.
How do we get
When
that?
you get certain CAT scans, depending on
How
what
do we
CAT
get that?
scan.
How do we get that? How much does that cost?
We'll get one.
EKG.
Yeah,
For what?
You talking about the procedure?
to see electricity and to be able to conduct it whenever we want.
You conduct your cells conduct it naturally.
You're trying to
Didn't they have a whole Tesla experiment or something?
Your body conducts it naturally.
We're trying
within
to figure out how we
your cells,
can generate enough energy
It's
within our body
electricity
to
within
power
our
our
nerves.
cars, our houses,
And
our
you
homes.
can.
Hold on, within just the human body, we have electricity that
Your cells.
that goes between each nerve. That's what our nervous system is. An electrical circuit that tells us what to do. So each thought, each action and movement is all electricity going from one nerve to the next.
Each
How you
brain,
conduct that out? Show it.
like you're doing now. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
So
How
you
you
can see
conduct that?
electricity. I'm showing you electricity right now.
With an
How about when you
instrument,
walk by
you
the
can
window?
fire in.
I'm just saying, man. Conduct electricity.
You mean can we fire bend?
You mean like projected out of our body or something? Is that what you saying?
Are we storm?
Yes. Have you shot somebody before, G?
So what's the backstory
Try to touch
behind
you right
this
now. Get
topic?
shot, nigga. What you talking about?
Where are you trying to
I'm
take
trying to
this
figure out what
topic?
you
Where are
asking.
we going?
I don't know. I want to hear Sid's talking now.
Y'all
I'm
answering. I'm trying to figure out what y'all mind.
No, because like, where do you want us to go with
It
it?
was straight right question. Where you trying to
Like that?
So what's the topic?
Do you believe you can conduct electricity? And tell me how. Amy said, what you call it, Amy? EKG?
That's how you can see it,
That's how you can see it.
and that's monitoring your heart.
You know what the problem is?
What's the issue?
You don't have an interface to be able to do it.
What?
interface.
You don't have an interface to be able to transfer
Let your heart put
the electricity from your body to visual 3D model or whatever the fuck.
I love how you like. I love how you kept that in terms that you can really understand.
Because you need an interface to get the mic to get the energy from the mic to the computer. So you don't have an interface to get it from your body to other objects.
We're conductive.
To a monitor.
I don't know how you want to be able to visually see it. If you want to get it to a monitor, we don't know the interface to be able to do that. We don't have that interface.
I mean, we don't personally conduct enough to like.
Have you guys ever been like walking around and shot
We don't-
somebody?
we don't conduct
That's just static electricity, though.
And that's more so from an outside response. That's more so from an outside response. We ourselves, by ourselves, don't conduct enough to interact like
I
that.
want to see where this going though. See, second question.
They did have gloves. They do have gloves nowadays.
The first question be a lead up, then the second question. Be
Yeah, that's why I was like, well, where are we
You want a
going?
foreplay the whole time?
Well, this first question is actually this first
question.
question is actually interesting by itself.
You
When you break it down,
Okay, so now that
as
you
we're
got
breaking it
interested
down.
and we've answered,
Not everybody got this. Everybody answer.
yeah.
AP like a cat with
It's just not interesting.
All right, well, AP, can you tell us more then?
Let's
Since,
point the lace anyway.
like, where are we going?
Well, we were just breaking down just the conducting. You can just being able to
How he
generate.
wants to see it.
Okay, and now that we figured, like, because we got 30 minutes. What's
So,
next?
how do you feel about that?
I've already answered, like,
All answers, yes, we try to tell you, man. You got so much
What's
frequency up there in that hat under that hat.
All right, so
Oh, see, don't-
they're done with this question, bro.
We're very electrifying, I guess. Next question. Build your own park, and what does your park have that no other park has?
What kind of park, dog?
Had nothing to do with the first question.
Oh, but you said it's gonna come
A
back.
ballpark? Nigga, what kind of park? Gee, a decent park? A ballpark?
Whatever park you want to
Huh?
Name something that your park would have that no other park would have.
park will have.
So we gotta think of a park that nothing else. That's you gotta give me an
A
idea.
full-on cannabis entry.
No,
That's
well,
right.
No, because I
You
gotta bring
can
my kids
smoke
to this
and
park.
enjoy the
No,
park.
I'm
No.
sorry.
Fuck the park, homie.
I need trampoline basketball hoop off tops. Fat ass slides to where my kids scared to go down, so I can go down with them. I need, of course, a basketball hoop so they can try to shoot.
Bro, this is a basketball park at this point.
No, they are not done.
Hoop land!
Because I need a whole field.
A soccer?
No, not really a soccer. Just
Can we
a
always
field.
play cricket?
Just grass. It ain't got to be a specific field. I just need a field.
My park.
Give me a field where we can catch, or we can play T-ball, or we can play some strikeout.
Run around with your dog.
Yep. Yeah, amazing ass play structure. You remember the play structure we had to climb with all the rope and shit? I need a couple of them.
Can it be a big play structure? I hate.
Yeah.
Bro, I want to play on a like
Think
actual
about
playground.
a slide that's 2 stories, 3 stories high, and a play structure that's that big.
I want to do
I'm in
little.
there with my kids. Stop playing. We finna tackle this.
What about the swinging things? You know how you used to have to get from one platform to the other and swing across the little
Monkey bars, my name.
You gonna have adult size of those?
The monkey bars that's that's around now are pretty adult size.
No, they are not.
But
I'm talking about the ones where you gotta grab those little things. Not the bars, but the little hanging things that swing.
Yep. My kids love to do that shit.
Yeah.
The monkey swing things.
Yeah, but once you get too tall, you can't do it anymore. Can we have one of them at the park?
Yep, definitely.
My park is tight.
I want to come now.
I'm sorry. Is this an adult park or?
Well, that's the
It's a
thing.
universal park.
Because my park.
I made it an adult park where you can smoke
She
any
finna
park you want.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
so my
Hey,
park.
hold on, wait. Her park, the seesaw where they sitting on
We're not going into that. We're not going into that. We're not going into that.
What kind of park?
We're not going into that.
Because my park don't have
that seesaw.
no swing on you.
Oh my god.
And harnesses and shit. So what kind of park?
She gonna for sure have a swingers park.
Let's go get on that seesaw.
Yes. Did I tell you about my boyfriend? Should I tell you about my boyfriend?
I got this
No, we're talking about building your own thing.
Oh, my boyfriend came from
So my park gonna have a it's gonna have a yeah. My park Reddish is gonna go down.
All right, so we speaking on this park. Can we see what Louis Park is doing?
My park gonna go down, G. So first what we gonna do at Louis
Damn,
Park,
say you
right?
making that water look hella good.
Right.
You thirsty?
My nigga over there thirsty.
Yeah,
In the middle of Louis Park.
Fuck.
No,
I am expressing water.
Let Louis tell you how he's gonna solve that thirst issue. We are in Louis Park.
Okay.
All right, so look, the first thing I got in my park, Brad, that nobody else got is the Ninja Warrior thing in that motherfucker, right? So
That's tight.
So see, I'm in
I was
there.
doing in the
I'm
90s
in
day
there.
warrior kids.
Bruh, I'm gonna have that thing in there. I'm gonna have
Ain't
a
you an 80s baby?
I'm gonna have a double dare in that bitch in that motherfucker.
Yes. If we gonna have a slide,
Come on, bro.
the slide
on
one.
that motherfucker with hella go. Yeah, I'm about to go crazy. Hold on, bro. Hold on,
I like
bro.
Louis Park.
Hold on, bro. I'm not even done yet, though. Then we're gonna have you know how we had to usually have the go karts go around. We're gonna have exotic forms.
You know what?
Do they have to fill out paperwork? to do?
What? For what?
Hell yeah.
They pay for you good, bro.
So if they wreck it or get into an
I got
accident,
insurance, nigga. I want them to wreck it. Nigga, it's Louis. I want to get the brand new thing. You feel me?
but what about on the people? That sounds like a lot of liability issues.
I'm gonna have liability. You're gonna sign it that no matter what happened, that you're not liable. So once you're not liable, you can't sue, G. So you feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna pay for everything. You feel what I'm saying? And if you back,
into the park.
if you back, put away.
Ready?
We covered.
Let me know when you're ready.
Come on,
Steal
what?
that motherfucker, nigga.
Ah!
You're out of there.
So y'all don't
That's
get
my
my
guy right
park?
there.
Are they gonna skip me when it's my park?
So no bumper cars. We're gonna have bumper
I
Ferrari.
mean, my
That's
park.
right. Bumper Lamborghinis. Bumper Bugattis.
Oh my god.
Okay, pops.
What if we got some
Did
real
everybody
Mario
go- did
Karts
everybody
instead of
You like it, Daddy?
Get some Mario Karts instead of Bugattis. I'm gonna
Nah.
my Bugatti.
Nah. We got bumper vets out here, boy.
I'm gonna be mad. Somebody
Bumper Audis and
I don't
shit.
care if we have a park. You're not about to wreck my vet, bro.
I almost died in one of those.
I think
Bumper Fiscus.
If it's bumper cars, I want to dog out the Dukes of Hazzard car.
Oh, come on, brother.
Dog that out real quick and just cussing everybody.
Oh.
All right, so last thing to top it off, though, y'all.
Okay.
Man, you know, we're gonna have an exotic zoo, bro. I'm talking about we're gonna have motherfucking pterodactyls, bro.
You know
we
what?
have it.
God damn it.
Nigga, on my mother,
Penguin?
bro. We gonna have an ocelot. We're gonna have a whole Jurassic Park in that bitch. That's crazy, nigga. Come on, bro. Hell exotic animals, that motherfucker, dog. Come on, man.
Bro, imagine. Hold on.
I got a question though. Now you seeing these like fly by, like you looking.
Bro, imagine driving a bumper. Imagine jumping your Ferrari, bro. You are in a Ferrari, bro. You bumping into this Bugatti ass nigga, bro. And a pterodactyl flying over you, bro.
I got a question.
This nigga simply talking to your monkey, bro. And you in the jungle book type of bro. What the fuck? Pterodactyl.
Since you gonna have pterodactyls, do you know like what kind of shit they drop?
Bro, they dropping it all over your bumper. Tesla, nigga. They dropping it all over your bumper. Tesla, nigga. They dropping bombs.
Boys, you gonna see somebody get cracked for the crowd and shit.
All your food is gonna look like the Flintstones.
Like birds.
All your food is gonna be like the Flintstones. You eat and we know my work.
You eat mud driving a Ferrari, bro, with a pterodactyl flying over you, though.
All your food gonna be
I
like the
think gonna drop a
Flintstones.
ton of
Beer,
shit on
you know what I'm saying? The big ass T-bone steaks and everything gonna be like the Flintstones, dog.
Bro, this nigga said exotic zoo, bro. This nigga brought a pterodactyl in this bitch, bro.
Well, my
Bro, what do the pterodactyl eat, bro? Do we know this?
pussy friendly, non-acidic
Do we know what pterodactyls eat?
foods.
Good luck coming behind.
Fish.
Now,
Gators, man.
They eat meat. They eat
Yeah, what do they
humans.
eat?
Good luck coming behind.
So you mean you waiting in line for your bus to drive bumper exotic cars, and this exotic pterodactyl fly down and just eat your ass? Dropping a turd on the Ferrari.
This girl said, "Follow us."
We gotta get to these cars.
Now they vegetarian pterodactyls.
Oh, this Saints Row. You playing Saints Row? That's what this is.
I'm gonna have this in my park.
We got GMO dinosaurs.
There's veggie dactyls.
They eat other dinosaurs.
So I think my park will be more child friendly. I will want basically something that scans the adults and assigns them exactly to the child they came with.
What the fuck?
Because there's people that pick up people's children and walk away. You turn your
They got
head
that
and their
in
child's
Chuck E.
fine.
Cheese.
So a system.
I wish somebody would.
So
No, I don't.
That is interesting. I want to ask you how that system
I
is.
would.
I mean, like she
Devastating.
said,
I would kill a lot of
it's
people.
similar to Chuck E. Cheese, where you're assigned to your child. Like you're in here. If your shit don't match with your child,
You can't leave with them. They give you a stamp.
it's gonna alert.
Hold on.
In Chuck E. Cheese, you get a stamp for years. You
And I feel like
Because I know getting the stamp, but I didn't know it matched with the parents.
yeah. So if you got a kangaroo in your hands, your baby's got a kangaroo in their hands.
I don't give a man.
That's crazy.
Please.
And you gotta scan it with
Let me go to a black light.
So I don't like that type of shit,
so
dog.
mine will be a little bit
They'll have like a band.
so
I like that.
mine would be a little bit more sophisticated than that. I think it should have a lot to do with like the legal aspect. You need a thumbprint or something. Like you scan your thumb. If your hands, if you pop up with any type of shit, you can't come up in here. And I understand that may exist where there will be a bias. However, it just at least keeps the kids a little bit more safe.
So, any type of shit, anything on your record.
I don't. At this point, it's just
You just can't have nothing to do with child. You can't be no
child danger
pedophile.
shit, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
you can't.
So, if
If
it's
you're doing
like,
drugs, I don't want you in my park or my sister park, nigga.
I mean,
okay, anything, we can pick apart, but I'm still telling you guys mine. So,
I'm sorry, because I'm interested.
so that's one thing. I want to make sure that there's a measure of security within entering and exiting out of this place. That's one thing. Also, if we can have some type of situation where, like, you know, like you can look at your phone and you can be thinking about something and it already popped up. Like it's got to be some type of not mind reading thing or something. But like if you come in, maybe you know how now they got the little temporal scanners for COVID. If they had something where you're emitting some type of sexual something, like if you're emitting something like that, if it's on high, you can't enter any.
What do you mean?
What?
Yeah, what's
Like,
going on?
okay, because I was.
She didn't clarify.
So no, I kind of did already. So it's like
Oh,
temporal. So it's like a temporal scanner, right? Similar to that, but then there's like maybe some type of thing that can measure arousal prior to you coming inside.
Hold on,
So-
whoa! What if you see? What if you see another mother?
That is a personal phone. Fix your shit. You hear the
Bro, if you see
Okay.
another woman, single mother that you
How
like,
long are
she
you
look
standing
good.
to catch arousal? How
I
long
mean,
are you standing? Like my whole thing is it might not be foolproof, but as long at the end of the day, you not up in here with some weird type of shit going on. I don't give a fuck. Fix your heart on in the truck before you come up in this motherfucker.
This doesn't sound like a park as much as
like
it
there's
does.
women, so there's women that come in and have desires towards kids too. So my thing is to keep all the weirdos away from these kids while they playing. Period. So I mean, if we gotta figure it out, just like the temporal scanner, sometimes you might be a degree higher than normal, and you gotta come to the side. And they gotta let your shit cool down. Walk that shit off before you come back up in here. Like no.
You know, you go crazy because like that answer still fits within the parameters of the question, but where's the park?
So no.
That's different. That's why I said it's still within the parameters.
So it has everything to do with the park. A park, in my mind, is usually for children. So my thing is, I'm going to focus on the children's safety prior to getting in there. They can't enjoy themselves if they might get snatched away. Their parents can't. Whatever. There's dog parks, ball parks. There's skate parks. Kids are
She
not
answered
safe.
the question.
Like
She's
y'all,
still at the
y'all-
entrance. Let her finish.
So, no,
She's still at the entrance.
fuck the rest of the shit. I'm worried about the entrance.
Yeah, that's
So,
her main
at the end of the
concern.
day,
Which
you ask
no
what was
other
going to be
park
different from
has.
the park. Right now, nobody worried about the motherfucking safety of the kids. If you look at half these parks, they already dilapidated and fucked up. And kids gotta slide down some shit that got a needle at the end. So at the end of the day, it's like we talking about slides and shit that's cool, but the kids ain't safe. So that's one measure of safety that they never think about.
That's makes sense.
All right, so who want to go next? Because this was hard. I didn't understand.
Stressful.
We talking about pterodactyl soup. Everybody was on board. That was next. Who's
That was stressful.
Are we finished with CE?
My God.
You got
I'm worried about the safety. Where's the play?
Sin doesn't take his son to theme parks and stuff.
Why?
Joseph has never been
Where
to
do the kids play?
Six Flags.
You never took them?
Lies.
Yeah, he's just talking about that.
Oh,
He said he don't like
lies.
parks. I asked him about his park. He was like, he don't
He would build a Fortnite
Man, you
park.
know what my park would be? You know what my park would be like Frank Festival for real.
Oh,
You gonna have real serial killers?
Is that the darkness coming out for the
At the very end, just to entice you to do it, at the very end, if you survive, you get whatever you desire.
Whoa.
Whatever
Oh, okay.
you
You
desire.
build
Hold on. How does
You
this
build
work?
some legendary
Walk me through
shit.
this. How does this work? How does this work?
Damn it.
Nigga, that sound like
You
some get out of prison real quick.
Right?
Survive this shit.
So what?
We'll let you go.
All right, so how does this work? So
This nigga is building the 500.
I mean, bro, I didn't really put a whole lot of logic into it. He was just like, if you could build your own park, how would you do it?
Dark sand.
You just threw some shit in
I
there.
just do
You could have just said you could have had alligator on a swing and that would have.
Oh, y'all trying to rebuild people parks.
What's your park? For real.
I'm not, but that's the same concept as him just throwing it in there. He said there was no logic to it.
Where's the kids?
I'm there. I wish a nigga would.
Where's the park?
What? You look at my kid too long.
My park, like I said, it'll be a marijuana park.
See?
All pilots.
Where your kid at?
You gotta have marijuana food, shakes.
Yeah, about.
Man, I did this shit before too. Motherfucker sitting at the park, but ain't got no kids,
For
nigga.
real, fuck you doing?
Just be chilling at the
Like
park.
that time.
Hey, do people gotta take a COVID-19 vaccination for it to be
It just
I didn't have to
Right.
do it.
He just followed us. We took our kids swimming, and this man followed us with our kids. Like, just
I'm talking about niggas that really have to walk. Right, you got a kid here. What you doing?
You talking about like at a regular open park, public park?
Yes.
You can't be upset at nobody just sitting
Right.
at the park.
That's it.
That's
That's
weird.
shit.
That's hella weird.
To just sit there and watch people kids.
Watching niggas kids.
That's very judgmental.
That's
Man,
that's the
it
way.
is.
And that's why you gotta go see what's up with this nigga.
Period.
Hey, bro, that's your kid over there? Oh, you got
Yeah.
kids? You got
Period.
what's up?
Maybe the nigga had a long day.
That's why you gotta see what's up. That's why now you gotta have a conversation with
If
him.
if you gonna sit there and have a conversation with him and talk to him, I can understand. But if you coming at him like, bro, you ain't got no kid here, like, bro,
You're gonna ask
it's
him.
a
That's gonna come up in the conversation. Do you have kids?
What
No,
about
like, which
city
one's your
park?
son? Like, what?
Yeah, what's up?
Like,
Yeah, where your kid at? Like,
which one of them motherfuckers yours?
Yeah.
So what's yours?
They ain't gotta come up there.
That's because you ain't got no kids, bro. Lose your kid.
So-
Lose
No,
your
because
kid. No,
I-
lose
no,
your
I've
motherfucking
actually-
kid.
No, I've
Lose your
actually sat at
motherfucking
a,
kid
I've
for
actually,
2 minutes. I can't find my
That's
daughter for 2 minutes, and I be ready to fight every bitch
The
in the
rest of
room.
my day is fucked
Period.
up.
I cannot find my
Heart,
kid,
head,
have a
everything
kid,
is
and
fucked
lose your motherfucking kid, and then you'll understand where we coming from.
okay,
Nah, bro.
I understand
I will
understand
drag a
from
bitch
an
through my
outsider's
TMI.
aspect, but I've been the person that sat at the park.
What?
And I, like, if I'm just sitting there, like, of course I'm just watching my surroundings. So kids,
That's why they so they gotta be
No, stop. No, because it's been times that, like, I stop everything that I'm doing and I sit and I watch kids play. Because I enjoy, like, watching them do what they do. Like, if you sit and actually watch kids, like, just interact, bro, it's, bro, it's amazing, bro.
You
It's,
gonna get walked up on, nigga.
You really are. You might buy a real
My
nigga.
kids be on the park.
Yeah, like, hey,
the thing is, bro, I don't know. Because I understand y'all
And then-
coming from an
and then-
aspect of, like, it's too many pedophiles and shit out there.
Definitely.
But also, bro, like,
think about it as a conversation.
that's a
So look,
bias.
Alan, think about it like this. Boom, you at the
Parents
park.
know.
Listen, Alan, because I'm gonna bring it in for a circle. You at the park. You're admiring at the fact that there are kids and you probably don't have kids and you want kids and this and that. A real
fella that has kids is going to should approach the situation. It may not have to be hostile, but they should check the situation out. Period.
But you know what kills
don't
me
even
is the
have to
fact
say
that
that.
we
You
don't
just
question
gonna get
when
watched.
women do that shit.
Yes,
We
I
don't
was just
question when
about to
women
say
do that shit. And that's the problem because women are walking up stealing people's kids.
But
Stealing people's
Yes,
kids.
they are.
They're stealing people's kids and then they're
Hey, that
stalking.
shit happens
They're
more
doing
than
all
you
types of
But
shit.
women should check women just like a guy should check a
Because
guy
I
in that
watch
situation.
everybody. Like
Yeah.
people be thinking I'm tripping because I'll be like, "What's wrong with this person? What's going on with this?"
Right.
And they be like, "Oh well, man, bitch, you play with it if you want to.
Right.
Everything is a threat
No,
to
I
us.
didn't
till it's
literally
not."
have to tell motherfuckers to back up. Like in stores, like I'm in Target with my daughter and my son, and we walking and like literally standing up, looking at shit. I'm like, bro, back up, bro.
So many kids get kidnapped because
For instance, when
you can't do too much with your daughter right there, but it's like, bro, you give them that look like.
But people
back the
I
fuck
rarely
up.
see people check women. There'll be women that'll walk up to somebody's kid. Oh, you want
Oh, I
candy?
did the
Touching
Chinese
people's
girl
hair
that
and all
walked
that.
up.
Yeah,
Go in their
extra.
face.
That's
Bitch,
extra.
back up.
But for instance,
No, they don't do that.
one thing,
An Asian lady walked up to my daughter in the
when was it
mall.
that day that
like,
y'all?
I remember that.
Yes.
Just staring at
And
her.
we was like, what?
But it turned out, I think she had like
was crazy.
like a little mental thing. But
Yeah.
if she like just let you turn your back for 5 seconds, someone could literally be waving at your kid, not saying nothing, and you feel me? And your baby not saying, "Mommy, this lady," and she just say, "Come here." That's why I always be watching mine. Like, oh my god, that shit throws me off.
Yeah, your child should know not to just.
They're kids. They are children.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of children are
For
going.
me
But
personally,
that's
I
another
just
thing because people will force their kids to say hi to everybody,
I don't.
and it's like, no, they know.
Right.
I
look at
if your
I
kid
just
is not
look like,
speaking,
she
it might be
ain't
for a
really
reason.
fucking with it like
What's
that.
crazy is
Cause my daughter was straight look.
Yeah, and they be like, "Oh, yeah, your kid doesn't speak," and it's like,
Not if she don't know shit.
yeah, if she don't know.
What's
I
crazy?
It's alright. It's cool.
It
Don't
was-
have
I
to-
sometimes
don't
be
trip.
feeling uncomfortable when kids actually randomly say hi to me.
Mhm.
Cause like I like just watching human interaction. I like from just psychology, just watching things that people do. So like if I'm like looking and I'm just watching how the child is doing this, why they're doing that, you feel me? Most likely I'm analyzing and wondering why that's going on or whatnot.
Do you take notes?
Yeah, bro, it's just understanding humans, bro. Like just looking at even like looking at like just based on like what type of person they'll grow up to be, or like you feel me, shit like that, bro. It's like hypothesizing, just looking at.
So what?
It's what is it called? Observational experiment. But yeah, so I find it I sometimes get uncomfortable when a child actually says hi to me, like because I will actually look to the parent right after that because I'm like, and then I'll be like hi, and the parent be like looking at awkward and shit. I'm like, why is it the kids like you feel me? I don't know. They're much kinder than people when they grow up.
That's because they don't know no better. I smash my daughter, smooth the fuck up. I catch her talking to a stranger. I'll be like,
So say you don't know me and I'm walking by and you feel me and your child's just like hi.
and I'll be like, Bria, stranger motherfucking danger.
See that's the thing. It's like
Stranger danger. It could be a woman, it could be a man, it could be a motherfucking dog. Stranger danger, don't touch it. It's not yours.
That goes back to what we was asking last week. Is distrust talk?
Yep.
It is.
And that's why I feel like
it is, and I feel like it should be.
Because there's no reason why people. There should be no reason why people. There should be no reason why people can't say hi to one another in passing.
It shouldn't be a reason, but it also shouldn't be a reason for grown ass people to speak.
I mean, it brightens my day. If when I'm walking in the car, I'll be like, hi. I'll be like, oh hi, how you doing? Like it make like.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
those are fine when you're keeping it lit. But if you're sitting there staring at the child and the child says hi and then you say hi back and then you're like,
so where are you going?
Right.
Or
that's when it's like, nah, nigga, nah. Nah, nigga, nah.
And the parent, you sit over here waving a lollipop and the kid just looking at you. And then the parent turn around and they finally see you interact with their kid. That shit was weird.
I'm not denying all of that. Like,
Yeah.
because all of that is, I get, is second tier and stuff. So it's like once you get past the like the initial like interaction, then it's like, all right, what's happening next? And that's what you gotta be suspicious of.
I'm hungry.
Who was that? That was
That was me. Carnival. My Carnival will have a 3-layer laser tag. And in the entrance next to action, I want to add a family link. You have a family link, and we'll have 5-player, 10-player, 10-player family, 12-player family, 20-player family, all the link. They got wherever you go, you all go as a unit. I will also have bumper cars, but not just bumper cars. You can also do a whole race. I love the American Warrior Ninja because I was gonna say obstacle course, so I love wood, but I was gonna say obstacle. When he said that, I was like, damn, that just blew my ass out the water. I don't know if niggas remember watching NXT. I will have shit like that on the outside of it, like a whole obstacle course of shit trying to fuck you up when you're trying to get through.
Oh, okay. Not fuck you up.
Yeah, because it's gonna be stones trying to bounce. Knock you out. It's gonna be pillars swinging when you're trying to jump, and you go at one point you're gonna think you got it, you made it.
Like when you on Mario and you got one life left.
No, like Temple Run.
Oh,
who beats Temple Run? Tell me who beat.
I did, but look.
What's that then? Tell me.
I ain't never seen it.
Exactly.
But I think it's
Nova.
It's a pointless game. It's meant to keep you there.
Let's keep it pushing.
Just keep running.
Well,
That's all that video games are, is pointless.
So
Actually, I didn't hear anybody
Oh.
COVID-19 season.
oh, my bad. Excuse me. Go ahead, bro.
COVID,
Go
schmovid.
ahead, AP.
No vaccine.
yeah.
Hell no, my job pushing that shit so tough. I'm like, nope, yeah.
So I got topics.
Y'all can keep that shit. I don't
They be
know.
trying to try it on
AP is gonna take the final 30 minutes of the show.
keep doing this as a guinea pig so people can survive. No,
Yeah,
sir.
That's how you do.
No, sir.
All right. So AP topics.
I thought we was on sing.
My first topic.
Hey, Pete, I thought we was on sing. You have the 30 first.
No, shut up. You don't know anything. You wasn't here. So my first topic.
It's 9:25, bro.
AP's first topic. How do you feel about artificial insemination?
I say go for it.
Artificial. Go for it.
Yeah, because there are my.
Oh my God!
I almost said it though. I stopped. So I know people that are unable to have babies.
That's too bad.
I don't agree with that shit though. When it's like a man that turned to a woman that turned to a man but still got the uterus but want to have a baby. Like that's that weird shit. But if it's like people who are perfectly healthy, but they got some fallopian shit that's to the left a little bit more than normal, then I say go for it. Because there are people who have, what is it, a pear-shaped uterus? Is that what they say?
Something like that.
Yeah, and then it's like when your uterus is shaped funny, you can't hold the baby, so you have to get like stitches
Nah, there's a lot of
up there. Yeah, so they have to stitch you to keep it, to make it to where you can carry your baby into the staples.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, and it bursts your whole asshole open, bro. It's magical.
I mean, it's not the actual asshole, but
It's magical.
it feels like it.
Yes. Because they tell you to push like you got shit when
Because
you're
you can get ripped, or they'll like. Anyway.
Yeah, they'll snip.
Yeah.
Sam, how do you feel about artificial insemination?
That's what I'm saying. Like, we need like check that shit in the AI or something.
Just too good.
Oh, like in the tube and not like in the person.
However, if you
Oh,
get
okay.
sperm
I'm sorry.
from the sperm bank to have your kids, you're not having it naturally.
That's not artificial though.
It is.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Well,
not
it is.
That's why I was lost. It's like
Artificial
Okay.
is
No,
Well, y'all wait
it
until I
isn't
ask you
artificial insemination because it's not actual coitus that's producing it. It's
Right.
you
But you're
taking
getting
one.
sperm from a man, from an actual
Right,
person.
but y'all
Yeah,
Right.
but it's
Right.
not coming from the actual form of sex. You're just basically implanting an egg with semen.
Right.
So
I see how this is
I'm about to-
important, so I'm gonna look it up.
yeah, that's what I was like.
And my phone is in there, so I can get it. You got an iPhone?
Yeah.
All right, my phone.
Yeah, yours.
The perfect.
Yeah, because this plug don't even work.
Artificial insemination is a fertility treatment method used to deliver sperm directly to the cervix or uterus in hopes of getting pregnant.
Yeah, it says deliberate introduction of sperm into a female cervix or uterine cavity for the purpose of achieving a pregnancy through in vitro fertilization by means other than sexual intercourse. So you can literally, the women that try turkey basts, they literally are artificially
Telling
inseminated.
this nigga to come the fuck outside, bro. Got shit I gotta do and shit, bro. What's going on, y'all?
So, Sam, how you said you feel about it?
So you saying, like, if a stranger made that decision, that's their decision.
Think I've been waiting to continue. Give me one. Oh.
What people do is their business at the end of the day.
What people do is
What people do is their business.
Louis, how do you feel about artificial insemination?
Shit, man. They gonna come out like you, bro.
Damn.
Shit, out of pocket. You have to get you back, motherfucker. Shut that shit up, bitch.
Dark Louis, everybody. Dark Louis.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Steve, how do you feel about artificial insemination?
There's actually a show about me on Hulu. It's called Seed. And it's about this white guy. He got drunk. He lost a baby. He got drunk and just donated hella sperm as a sperm bank.
What?
And when the kids got older, they went to go find them.
I seen it.
One child was in a lesbian relationship, and the other one was in a regular family. And then he got another bitch pregnant because she went to the sperm bank and ended up giving her his sperm, but he met her already before she even made that decision. And he was going to end up hitting him. Pretty good show. It's called Seed. I feel like they picked a multi-universe of me and made a show. So
That's what you do. You go around dropping nuts inside sperm banks.
you guys get paid. Take that.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna see what ones that said
But to get paid.
as many people pregnant as he could.
That sounds like a
And
lot of
he did, and I was one of them. God damn it.
So I bring up this question. I bring up the question because there was recently
I'm sorry.
there was recently a woman who just had a baby that was born, and technically the baby is 2 years younger than.
I mean, yeah, I saw the white lady.
Is it 2 years? I think 2 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, because he's donating his sperm right before her.
Because the sperm was donated around the time 2 years after she was born, and it was frozen.
So it's her daddy. So she had a second. She
had a baby by some old ass nigga.
So her sister don't.
No, she went to a sperm bank. Her and her husband went to a sperm bank to get some sperm, and this is like on record. The baby is 2 years. Is technically 2 years younger than the mother.
Wow. Why would she take old ass nut?
Because she's white.
Oh.
Sorry.
Why would she take old ass
The baby is technically 2 years younger than the mother, even though it was just recently born.
So,
gotta go back.
I didn't answer about it. I have no problems with people getting artificially inseminated. I mean, it depends on the reason for why. I do hold a bias towards the women that forcefully will make somebody their baby daddy by stealing sperm. That's weird. But women or trans couples or whatever, anyone that has an issue with having children, they feel like they're ready to have children and they have a genuine love for children, by all means.
Great.
Multiply.
Our next question. Are criminals born or created?
Both.
Yep.
What's a criminal, G?
Yep. Some of them are created.
You got to
The ones
find that
that
type
are
of shit,
created
G.
are usually
Because if you was born in the elite, what criminal shit you doing, fam? You in the elite family.
if you were born from the elite, how did your family become elite? Because a lot of times when motherfuckers become elite, they do a lot of crooked shit to get there.
Or how is your family remaining elite?
By doing crooked shit.
Crooked Hillary.
Yes. You see all the white folks out here fucking bitch kids?
So you define whatever
And stealing people kids?
criminal is to you. Whatever Dark Louis does is criminal.
He came up with the best names. Sleepy Joe.
Who said that? Who said shout out to Wayfair? Mac and Cheese said it.
Shout out to Wayfair.
So
Only a few people will know.
Right.
yeah.
Oh.
Are criminals
You
born
didn't know that Wayfair?
or formed? Action.
Yes.
Are criminals born or formed?
I think both. It could be either. Because someone had to commit the first crime, so they were born that way.
They were born to commit crime.
They were born to have some type of thing in their head that made them feel like, I'm going to be the first murderer. I'm going to be the first robber, first whatever, first liar, whatever. Like, they had to take it upon themselves to do that, and then it just.
So as some random kid being born, let's say right now, you believe that something in their head they're being born with that tells them like you're going to kill somebody one day?
Possibly. When they're sociopaths, they're born that way, and it's been said that they will die that way.
No, it's not
So-
right. When you're in an army, are you a criminal because you killed somebody?
Yes.
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 The fuck? Yes.
To the other side, you are a
Yeah.
criminal, bro.
No, you're not, nigga.
And
The
legal
fuck,
is-
if we
You sound
in war, family, if we in war,
To the other side, you
how
are
I'm a criminal if we in war, dog. Let's chill, bro.
It's still a war crime.
Yes.
A war crime. No, that you know what war crime is, right?
But I mean, it's still a crime that you're committing in war.
Right.
That's
No, it's not.
You're committing a crime against your
They
enemy.
may excuse it. They may excuse it for that term.
Nah, fuck.
But morally,
That's
and
the
by legal terms, it is still a
Bro,
crime.
at the
That's
end of the
all.
day,
Being
whoever your enemy is criminal.
Dog. No, that's not.
It's
bro.
criminal
What
to
are you
them. If you in war and your enemy and you got to kill
talking- does
them,
not make them
it's
a
criminal.
How do you steal a life?
What?
So what's the topic?
How do you steal a life?
The topic is, are criminals born or formed? And he believes that criminal.
But they're both.
I'm saying, what is it?
criminal is not.
Yeah, like it's too broad, dog. You don't even know what you're talking about.
No, they're
Are
both.
criminal?
The ones that are formed,
Go, no,
or
answer.
I believe, I'm sorry if I cut anybody off. The ones that are formed, me coming from where I come from, are usually people that are tired of being without or not having. So, like, for example, I have a cousin right now that's never going to get out of prison because he killed a police officer while he was robbing a bank. But he was robbing a bank because my auntie lost her job and they were about to lose their place to stay. And he got tired of watching my auntie struggle to try to figure it out. So he went, and this was in Frisco, and robbed a bank. And then the process of him doing that, because it's all in his statement. When they asked him, like, you know what I'm saying, like, why did you shoot the police officer? And he was like, I was trying to get this money to get this shit home to my mama. Like, he had started doing hella shit, like snatching purses, whatever they was doing back then. But at the end of the day, there are some that are created, or formed rather, for various reasons. And then there are ones that are born that way. There are people that are born with chemical imbalances that cause them to do shit like kill their whole family while the motherfuckers asleep because their mama said they couldn't go to the party. Like, it's really people that do that. I watch a lot of crime shows. And there are really people that do shit like that. That
Murder porn?
that do.
What?
Was it a murder porn?
Murder porn.
No, I don't watch murder porn, but I watch lesbian
Like,
porn.
you talking like snuff?
Lots of.
Murder porn is snap, fatal attraction.
Oh yeah, I watch that.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you
Oh, yeah.
can't use the word porn with me because I go to the left.
Lord.
Yeah, it's murder porn. Just like there's food.
I start thinking about pillow humping and tripping and all
Oh
that
yeah,
shit.
I for sure will be on crime porn and food porn, regular porn, especially ebony pillow humping.
Yes.
We're not talking about
Come on,
porn.
up top.
We're talking about criminals. So,
Oh,
all right, going
ebony
basically.
pillow humping is the best.
So building up. Sin, do you believe criminals?
So I just want to know.
Hold on.
I mean, that's what I'm curious. Like,
Hold on.
do they like to watch it or do they like the actual act?
We are talking. We are on the topic here. We're on the topic here. Sin, are criminals formed or born? What do you think?
I hate the question. I hate how you asking me the question.
It's the criminal. It's the criminal. The ways.
You're gonna get a virus.
Is the term criminal that started off? Is that what it is?
Because
I guess.
Should I say murderers?
Yeah,
Are they born?
I think some are born.
Should I say what do you consider crime? What do you consider
Some people are born chemically imbalanced. There ain't nothing you can do. They just fuck for the game.
And it makes them.
that's normally your psychotic people, your murderers, your killers, people that make bombs and blow up and shit because they fucked up.
Right.
They fucked up. But like normal shit, robbing a nigga, bro, you wasn't born that way, nigga.
No, but it made you.
Start fucking around.
Something made you.
Nah, but that's not like no normal fucking
It's
psychotic
not.
shit. I'm about to go rob a bank real quick. Nah, you don't think of shit like that.
No,
You
but
think
what
of
I'm
shit like,
saying is
I'm
they
about
are
to go fuck
born.
some shit up.
But when he said are criminals born,
So
in my mind he's saying are they created? And I'm like, yes, because there are motherfuckers who are tired of not having shit. Like they were.
That's been formed.
Right.
That's you've been formed.
So
That's
he
not
was
being
born,
created.
but then there are people that are on the other side.
Yeah, just on some fucked up mentally. Yeah, but they
Chemical
do weird
imbalances
shit.
and all the shit.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They be taking shit.
Killing
way out.
cats
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, right. That's how it started.
Killing birds and cats and shit. Watch
Killing cats and shit.
Watch
Yeah, that's some.
What that got to do
They're
anything?
born. People like
Huh?
that.
That's you being born that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with some people were raised in a farm, dog.
See, we're not talking about it in that sense.
See, what do you
Like
feel
that's like a way of living if
What
you
is over
killing
here?
like that. But if you just taking the family dog blood and fucking stabbing that motherfucker in the throat
Like,
and
nah,
hanging his
jackrabbits and
ass.
shit, real catch jackrabbits and like, burn their foot or something, you know what I'm saying?
What?
See, you was born with the chemical imbalance.
See,
Nigga, you one of the ones, nigga.
so do you think that criminals or people who commit crimes or not, are they born that way? Are they born to commit crimes, or is something that's created or something that's taught?
I took this shit over.
I'm gonna say
You like eating something.
this is what I hear when I hear the question. You could be taught to be a criminal for sure. You run around, people hanging around the wrong type of crime. And you can actually like being born. Let's say you was born a twin, and became circumstances where one of you had to, eat more or eat your twin to live. So you had to steal that life to be born. So you stole a life to be born?
Damn.
Yeah, I guess you are born a criminal.
Fuck.
Because you stole a life already. You stole your
That's
twin
true.
life. Your twin,
That's true as fuck.
you ate it or it ate you, or whatever the case may be. I've seen certain cases like
Yeah,
that.
it
That's a crime, to steal a life.
I can't even rebuttal that.
That's what I hear when I hear the question. That's why I said both. You can't rebuttal. I answered the question.
Well,
You
okay.
can be formed and born.
Out of everybody that said both, that second part I can't even rebuttal. As far as the psychotic end, I personally believe that criminals are formed. It's not something that you're born doing. I don't believe that people were born evil. People were born to do bad things.
Yeah, you said dumb, yeah.
Yeah, people be born like that, bro. For real.
Have you never looked a white man in the eye? They have no soul.
Things are taught.
I'm good night, y'all.
Things are taught growing up, and things are seen and understood differently by each individual. So, if we look at people that do have chemical imbalances and psychotics, it's like, all right, they killed how many people? Do they have the urge to kill every single day of their life?
Did you see all the
They
chemical
might.
imbalances that was at the motherfucking Capitol building?
You said what?
Did you see all the chemical imbalances that invaded the Capitol?
They were paid.
What?
It doesn't matter. It was chemical imbalance.
And they just happened to show off a little bit better than we did. They got paid.
You've been thinking about the people that like shoot in the crowds. It's not like something that they do every single day. You've been thinking about the Unabomber. It wasn't something like that. You feel me? He was just bombing every single day since he was born.
He didn't eat his twin.
That nigga had a mental problem.
No.
Yes.
But so can you ever remove me as why sometimes it might build up. They might have to build up the courage to actually do it, but they've been doing little shit over the years.
That's still.
I think y'all missing out.
That's what I'm saying though. So just because he wasn't blowing up
I think
shit
y'all
every
missing out on
day.
aspect of born. We need to.
But
Okay, so some people believe that they're born, some people believe that they aren't. So where are we going with this now?
Okay.
to the pterodactyl part.
No, I'm asking where are we going with it? Because now we're arguing about each other's opinion.
We going to the part
No,
of the pterodactyl soup.
All right.
I love to talk about
Final topic. Lobotomy. Do you feel like it is something that works? If you don't know what lobotomy is it's not in practice as much now, but it does happen. It's rare, but it's basically where people who's crazy, psychotic, or whatnot, where normal medicine and medication and stuff don't work, and they feel like they need to go get surgery
to extract that out.
Exactly.
That's awareness.
So it's like a certain brain surgery or whatnot that they'll get to take.
You mean to tell me they get removed? Never mind.
Go ahead.
I've already said too much.
Or electrotherapy. Hey, can you conduct electricity?
So what do you think about that? Or the concept of just removing the crazy, like scientifically from somebody?
Just go and sit in your place, not mine.
Oh shit!
Julio got a bomber? That's crazy.
Is it a benefit of keeping them from causing harm to themselves and others?
Oh, it's in my purse.
Most likely.
Oh,
I mean, because they've tried every other medication and whatnot, and everything else seemed to not work.
Are these procedures voluntary or involuntary?
They're most likely to be voluntary.
Voluntary?
So
but it's like
volunteer to have their nerves shut
I
up.
left the court.
This is a dead.
However it works, I don't know if it just the way it sticks with just them shutting off nerve systems. If they got cut off a piece of their brain or whatnot.
Yeah.
We talking about fucking surgically removing schizophrenia, surgically removing. You said what you just hold on. What did you just say? Oh, all the those chemically imbalanced people who invaded the fucking Capitol building. Now we're talking about surgically removing all those imbalanced chemicals.
There is no way to. They're just gonna have to die. All of them.
What about would that basically render them like AI pretty much? Because you're shutting off their emotions, right? You're cutting the emotions up, right? So you're basically dealing one step away from AI, pretty much. Right?
Oh.
Does not compute. Error.
It's basically like the wires there's an electrical issue in the brain.
Oh my god.
Where like shit isn't working how it's supposed to, so they remove it.
Hard question.
And that's only if any other per this said lobotomy is like a last ditch effort if they feel like all other treatments have not worked.
Yeah,
but my thing is like, how do you know? Just because these are your set types of treatments, like how do you know that it's supposed to work for everybody? So you're gonna cut out a piece of my brain because some shit that you felt work with other people should work on me? Like, huh?
Or even the fact that like
reconnected at some point.
No,
I gather not.
They're claiming that they can't.
Water.
No, they're claiming that they like when it gets to that point they can't. Like
no,
you fried that shit.
But that's why they came out with
electricity is no longer working.
That's why they came out with the nano shit though, so they can switch it on from on. It's supposed to be up right now.
Yeah,
but it's like, all right, you been all your life you've been convinced that you got this, you feel me, mental issue or whatnot.
I do.
And like, all right, everything you tried don't work, or you feel me, or don't fit.
That means you're supposed to be that way.
So you go get it surgically removed?
No, I'ma just stay a motherfucking lesbian. The fuck?
Wait, what?
That's funny.
How to go
All
back
right,
to
that's the world. And that is the
No, I'm gonna tell y'all. No, wait. Let me explain. Let me clarify.
This has been the Revamp
I'm thinking
podcast.
of it in a sense of how they used to say, how people religious people used to say that if you were gay and you say you were born that way, that shit was a form of like mental instability, or that was a mental issue. So you can't beat it out of them. You can't. Am I right? Am I wrong? What? You can't beat it out of them. Oh shit.
She look higher or something.
She is.
Okay.
So it's like You can't.
What? She like what? She was like,
You can't beat it out of them. You can't cut it out of their head. So just remain a fucking lesbian and live your life.
live your life is the strongest part of that whole.
You feel me? Like live your motherfucking life.
But like, think about it though. Imagine the whole universe going gay.
What?
Whoa, man.
You imagine that already? See, this is already
gay here. You just wait till we all be dust. Everybody be gone.
No, they
You can say that. Don't try to change up, nigga.
No,
Gay.
they won't.
Bro, he already thought about it, bro.
They
Everything
won't
else
because
he
they
thought about
figured
it,
out
bro.
ways to use both male and female.
Did you see the baby pod that they made where the baby was growing in the pod?
That's it. That's another episode of the Revamp podcast. We'll be back next Saturday at 7 o'clock.
We never did it happen.
Every day I have a call. Motherfucking 7
Boosie had that shit, bro. You told them shit was lame as hell, bro. What the try something that shit is fucked up, dog. See that shit up.
Speak with the Megan, please.
Oh, give it to him. Hey, baby, please give it to him. Get your mom in his pants. Oh, I can't go home, guys.
I'm hungry, y'all.
Stay tuned.
If female topic said with this shit dead here, bro. Why you let me run? I said, hey, don't come next week on that mic, bro. This shit don't sniffing, bro.
No, but sniffing.
This thing don't know how to act, bro. They don't know how to get off the mic, bro.
Where you at, bro? This ain't the Louisiana. This ain't the Saturday. This ain't the Louisiana.
I'm just like,
How many people say that today?
Oh, it's not.
I don't know what type of Louisiana in front of me. It's a clone.